J Smooth.
Charlie Wilson, aka the Young Stunner. Ask your girl, she'll tell you the same. First name Charlie, you know the last name. Ah ha ha ha. Somebody had a little dome over there.
Test. Whoa.
Test. Yo, Young Guns of Comedy, baby. Hope you're ready to tune in. We down one, Whisper not with us today. She's living her best life out in Chicago, man. We still got Kate out up in this thing. See, we finna get going for team up in this thing. So we finna get it popping. Y'all tune in, go live. Mic check.
Check, mic,
1 2.
check, mic.
1 2 1 2
1 2 1 2.
Hilarious. Now my mic is on.
You broke it in.
I didn't mean it.
You done broke it in.
Ooh, man.
Hey, so are we still on like those hot topics that was initially sent out?
I guess so, because y'all niggas ain't saying nothing else, so that's what it
Well,
is.
I asked about the NBA, but you niggas.
Yeah, the NBA All-Star.
HNS can talk to you about NBA.
So he didn't watch it either.
Oh, well, he gets a failure too.
J Smooth.
Why can't I find the damn...
I'm excited to hear y'all gay perspectives.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about for the gay shit.
Hold on, what is this about the, hold on.
About
There's three
everything.
of them.
Like D-Wade.
D-Wade, yeah.
I got jokes for what.
What did she ask? I don't even hear them. Let's save it for the air, because I didn't hear them.
Yeah, we gotta talk
yeah,
about that.
Yeah, I was just like,
That
you're
was a little bit
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
You're ridiculous. If anybody should be, yes, I'm highly offended.
Oh, here goes this nigga Finn. He probably outside.
He was like, I'm on time.
I told Charlie that say 1:30.
That nigga was
Tell
like
him
12:35. Sure.
Like, this shit is like really for bogus-headed people. I'm just
Please, Mel. You got it?
not fitting. All right, that's a little better.
Oh, let me respond to Marquise. That nigga's the BFF.
Pussy ass niggas always into talking this
Wow.
shit. Like an old ass man
like
got a walk with a
real
stick.
ratchet, real
Can't make you dance,
I
I'm
like
talking my shit.
Yeah.
All my pockets full, look, I got hips. Hey, what you drinking? Know me as a dog.
Man, that come on. People get with it.
You already know. Are we waiting for Whisper?
She's not
No,
coming.
Whisper's not here.
She's not coming.
Whisper's started and bobbed somewhere in
Died and body. Alrighty.
Started and bobbed.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, you.
Waiting for Charlie because he told his guest to come 17.
Pussy ass niggas always into talking this shit. Like an old ass man got a walk with a stick. Perky and make you dance, got me talking my shit. All my pockets full, look, I got hips. Hey, what you drinking? Know me as a dog, but I tell her I'm a changed man. Got a bottle and a blunt, all in the same hand, bitch. Put up at the ATM, I did the rain dance, bitch. Hey, nigga, move wrong. Effing in stuck with me, it's glued on like it. Caught him, he was trying to put his shoes on, tax him. Tongue cut it out like a coupon, bitch. Adios, what they call me. I ball like Charles Barkley, I smoke like Bob Marley. Bitch got a body, a horse, but not Charlie. Hit it and split it, cook it like parsley. First night getting head and kicking her out. I be hitting doggy style, they hitting her house. Yeah, nigga know the place, put me on the route. Yeah, you stack or you starving, see in the drought, bitch. On the back streets, I'm making a sale. Cash App, PayPal, when I take Zelle. Little soda in the pot, watch the cake swell. I love a ratchet pretty bitch with some fake nails, bitch. Yeah, he was talking about me. What you say when he said that? You ain't even get him, you ain't even scrap. I don't see a bruise, I don't see a scratch. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Tell your partner something, he run his mouth. Put him on the leg, sleep on the couch. Pillow talk, when he sleeps, he run his mouth. That's why I trust me. Dude's 5 for my granny, but it's rusty. Adios on that bread, just like lunch meat. Get hung like a rope if you jump me. Hunting, we go hunting. And we'll treat a line like a turkey. Hurt me, you can't hurt me. 2, 2, 3 going through Hercules. Let me pop it. Adios trying to pass John Stockton. Before rapping the trap, I was robbing. Now I beat the beat up like I'm Hopkins. You was broke, no help, yeah, me too. All the fake love I can see through. Hated on you then, now they need you. Had money broke out like the measles, bitch.
It's YouTube Music. Download the app today and get a try.
Job, so a nigga had to rob. Never been a lame, got the gang from the block. Sold cocaine, put a flame on the Glock. New pair of shoes, put a nigga in a box. You dealing with a straight nigga? Bitch, I'm out here. Be the case in your face, I did not snitch. Niggas lame in the tank, you ain't sock shit. Always talking about your ops, you ain't drop shit, bitch. Go to granny for some wisdom. Told me don't trust niggas, period. Most these bitches think like an idiot. So never take these bitches serious, bitch. I was sleeping on a pallet. A week ago, I ain't even had no mattress. If a nigga say he real, then he plastic. Tryna help a white bitch like I'm laughing. Adios, game sharp like a cactus. Fuck the bitch first night and she Catholic. My bitch got good credit and she ratchet. She hit that dick quick like a rabbit. Bitch, this beat slap like a pimp. 89 got it beat like a 10. Ben's clean, it don't even need no rims. She a keeper, she ain't even got no kids. Bitch.
89.
Oh shit! Pop-Tart, look hard, but you really soft. Even my TT has set it off. String around his tank like a tetherball. Treat him like Pokemon and catch them all. Hop a gate, hit his stairs, out on bail. Call hit me, then I fail. Fuck 12. I ain't got shit for sale, it's just a smell. 40 Glock got a tail and I ain't got no L's. I don't like your kind. Chop a tear nigga down, that's macho size. Yeah, I gotta cross my T's and dot my I's. Yeah, I gotta keep the 10s away from the 5. Been off the porch since 13. P89, 45s and Glock 19s. Hot beam. Bitch, I'm shining. Them niggas lie, say they fly. They ain't got no wings, no strings. They don't call no shots. Them niggas lie, they high. They don't know no blocks, no chops. We don't call no cops, no ops. Eat in the hood, nigga, we throw shots. Who hot? Yeah, shaking my 2 sides. Hate niggas. Uncle Ruckus off boondocks. Lame niggas. Start problems, then they move out. Lame niggas. Start problems, then they move out. Bitch.
89.
Whoa!
89.
Niggas hating cause I fucking know your main bro. And you can't take a shower with your jeans on. I have a broad day and I face some. Where I grew up, you ain't got it, gotta take some. Never say nothing, you a lame dog. Game on like Gary Payton. Where I grew up, you ain't got it, gotta take some. Where I grew up, you ain't got it.
Gracious co-host, Fatima Me. To my left, we got.
Hey, Dad.
And then we got.
Hey, it's Charlie Wilson out here.
Hey, Charlie, I needed some bars from you, man. That's what I was pointing at.
Oh, man, okay.
You missed
I heard
your
the-
mark.
I
We're going
heard
to give you a
the
second. Go ahead,
I
Charlie.
heard
Do
the
it.
beat. I heard the beat.
My
Hold
bad.
up, hold up. This is a new nigga track. It's a new nigga track. This how new niggas rap. This how new niggas rap. Ain't got no money. I live with my girl. All right, that's it. Don't that sound like some real
Hilarious.
shit that could come out?
He tried.
Yeah,
A
That
for
sound like
effort.
some real shit you hear on the radio.
A for effort. That's all that matters, Charlie.
I ain't got no money. That's all I got.
See that? I ain't got no money.
Lord, I can't.
It's relatable.
He's trying.
See?
So
yes.
When I start making real music, y'all just don't be surprised.
yeah, we not. You can do anything.
I'm
Charlie.
definitely not
See
gonna be
that?
surprised.
She's like, I'm not gonna download it. I won't be surprised.
No,
either.
no. If it's for free, no.
See that? See?
No, I got you. I support.
Right. So yeah, we in here behind the glass. We have H&S in the building as usual.
Shalom to the people.
So yeah. So you know what's going on, people? How we feeling? How we doing?
Good. Let's
We
shoot this shit
chilling.
real
We
quick,
chilling.
man. Shit. What's up with the weekend moves, man? What y'all do? Weekend moves. Y'all call in. Get ready to call in. Let us know what y'all did this weekend. Who had some good vibes? Y'all please call in. Send us some good vibes. My weekend was cool, productive. Kind of did some work stuff. A little filming and shit like that. Had some family time. It was Valentine's Day Friday, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
But okay.
so it was cool for me, man. What about y'all? What y'all get into?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna need you not tell the people to call in and then you don't get no phone number. What is that about, sir?
See, I thought that they know it. I thought our listeners had it together. I thought we was on speed dial.
818-914-4087. Hit us up. Tell us what you guys did this weekend or for Valentine's Day if you like. But yeah, KDZ, what you been up to this weekend?
I ain't do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty. I'm pretty boring. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just chilled this weekend because, you know, I think I'm gonna have an eventful weekend next weekend. So I was just chilling out.
Okay.
Valentine's Day, a bust. Didn't do nothing. So
It's okay. It's all right.
no, it is okay. I'm just saying.
Okay.
What you do?
Just chill.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
I
mean,
worked.
Yeah. Did you work? You worked yesterday too?
Nah, I didn't work
Oh,
yesterday.
that's good. Cool.
I did.
Oh,
You
Clock in.
always working, Charlie.
Had to
Yeah,
clock
you know what
in.
I'm saying? Get
Clock
that money.
in. Yeah,
Yeah.
so Valentine's Day was just pretty chill. But is Valentine's Day kind of overrated, especially do grown folks? Do we even care about that shit anymore?
I mean,
know.
I think it's overrated. I mean, because if you in a real relationship, every day should be Valentine's Day. But
So we
that's
gonna
just
skip
my
past what
opinion.
you
That's
did?
what's up.
Oh, I mean, I work. Shit.
I was like, you didn't do nothing.
Trying to get this Ming Cosmetics going, man. Like this shit is time consuming. But yeah, I've been busy doing that, trying to get that ready to launch in a couple weeks. But yeah, that's taking up the majority of my time these days. But I'm not complaining.
Nice. Congrats on that.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Nice. Real moves, man.
So
That's
no,
what's
no
up.
Valentine's situation.
No, not really.
See, this is
It
what happens
wasn't
when you
a big
slide all
deal.
the dudes that come to your DMs.
Listen,
Right.
You just curve
listen.
them.
I'm
Saying.
cool
Curve.
though. I'm cool though.
Yeah.
I do shit the other days of the year, so I'm good.
There
I'm
you
good
go.
on that.
She said, I get that real love. I don't need no
Right,
Valentine's.
exactly.
Nobody coming in my DMs with no K jewelers and shit like that. Hey, baby, I got the bracelet, all that kind of shit.
I can't.
Nigga, who coming in the DMs with jewelry?
Somebody,
I don't know.
somebody doing
Ain't
it.
that what them OG moves try to do?
I don't know.
they
You know
try.
what I'm saying?
There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
There's nothing wrong with diamonds.
Nah, we pay.
Nope.
Hey, I'll tell you what I am doing today though.
What are
I
you
gotta
doing?
I gotta get her home time, baby. I'm taking wifey to the Love Jam. We
Okay.
gonna see Tyrese, Drew Hill, Avant gonna be in that thing.
that's today?
Joe, that's
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh,
That's
that
tomorrow.
should be fire.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Okay, you gonna get some?
I'm lit.
Oh
I
my
hope so.
gosh.
I hope so.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
I don't get none tonight, then I just gotta realize that. All right, this
Just
is
give
just
it
not
up.
my get some source. This is
Yeah.
not.
I cannot.
Man, if you don't get some, you better.
Right.
That's a tragedy.
I might get some there just so we have something to talk
Man,
about. You know what
I
I'm
hope
saying?
so.
Right there. Why Tyrese is singing?
Don't
you
get
know what I'm
arrested.
saying?
Just
That'll
don't
be
do that.
great.
Ain't nobody going. Have I told you I love?
Don't
This
get
nigga
nothing to
swear
that.
He got a
Right?
career in music. Like he swear by it.
That's
Like
pretty
it's
whack.
really happening. He think it's gonna happen. I'm not
saying.
mad. I'm supporting your dreams, Charlie.
No, that's cool.
If you want to be a singer, then
You
I'm
never
here.
know. You never know.
Yeah, true.
No,
very
I'm not.
true.
I don't
don't
support
support
your,
it? You don't
I'm
support
supporting your
it, Kato?
comedy dream.
Okay.
It's anybody's game out here.
No, your comedy dream, I'm all behind.
See that?
You're singing, I'd be like, hey, man,
Oh,
get out. You not
hey,
in show
hey.
business.
I can't.
So,
All
Get
right.
off the stage.
All right, well, let's hop into these hot topics real quick. Let's talk about some stuff. So, it's been a big thing this week with Dwayne Wade being supportive of his trans son, who's only 12, born
Has it?
allegedly. So he's only 12. He was born, I think his name is Zion. He wants to be called Zaya. He came home and said he wants to be referred to as a she now. So
Is that what he did?
how do we feel about that, y'all? Do we think that 12 is too young to say, I want to be a whole different gender, or do we think black people are supportive of when that happens, or we kind of try to fight it?
Who
with
is
our
we?
children?
I don't speak for all the black people.
I'm just saying, your opinion,
I
KBZ,
get
is
my
what we're asking
opinion.
for.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody should feel something about somebody else's child. That's his child.
Right.
And whatever he decides to do with his child is his business. Even if they are, if I'm pretty sure if he wasn't in the spotlight, nobody would care. I mean, as far as supporting it, I do support it because, your child's life is your child's life. We all grew up. Our parents kind of facilitated how they wanted us to be. But at the end of the day, my life is my life and your life is your life. You lived your life, I lived my life.
But are you able to make that decision at 12, though? Because it's not just your life. You know what I'm saying? Essentially.
I mean, but they not making it because the parent has to sign off on that anyway unless they're emancipated. He's not emancipated. So, from my understanding, because I watch basketball and I follow D-Wade, they noticed that from a very young age. And they just kind of waited to see what he did. So, why would you force your, I mean, I don't know, because I don't have no penis. So, I don't know the attachment to it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's deep.
So, I understand why, people will be like, well,
Sure.
you changing and this and that. But,
It ain't. I mean,
it's his body.
It ain't no going back to it. You know what I'm saying? That's the big thing. Is once you make that lifetime decision, then your child just has to be prepared to stand by that. So I agree with you because I believe that it's your parents' decision to make for that child, kind of on their behalf, and kind of knowing their maturity level, knowing what they're prepared to deal with. You're right. It's not our business, to be straight up. But I guess the biggest argument is, can they make that lifetime decision at 12? And should they be able to decide to do something that's going to affect them for the rest of their life at 12? Because obviously getting a tattoo, can't do that. That's going to be on your body for the rest of your life. You make that change, it's forever move. Are you, as a parent, going to let your child make this forever move to get this tat? There's a lot of parents that might say, nah, you ain't even getting no tattoo.
Well, something
You know
in that case, so you just prolonging it. Because once they're grown, they can get a tattoo. They can do whatever they want to do.
Exactly.
So,
but they're 18 at that time. So
no, I get that. But internally, your child may be suffering.
Right.
Where's your compassion?
Right.
My thing is if you say you love your kid unconditionally, and then you have a problem with decisions that you think that are right, but you don't feel right with them, then you don't love your kid unconditionally. So
because it becomes about the parent at that point. Versus,
and that's what a lot of it is anyway. It's about what did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? That's just with gay. Where did you didn't do nothing wrong. I just came out of you.
Right.
I took the best parts of I feel you take the best parts of your parents, but what you like is what you like, and you can't force somebody to change just because you don't like it or you don't want them to be judged or you don't want to be judged. And that's what a lot of it comes. It becomes a personal thing. It's not about the kid no more. It's not about what they want. It's about what's going on with you personally.
Yeah, because regardless, I think a lot of parents feel judged for things that their kids do, and it's dude, I don't have control over that. So like you said, I think it's more how they feel like people are gonna be looking at them. If their child is gay or transgender or whatever. It's this isn't really
because they know how sick this world can be though too. So maybe they're trying to protect their kids from that.
You always trying to protect your kids. That's just what's in your internally in you to always want to protect your kid, but you can't protect your kid from everything. You just can prepare them, give them the tools. If this is the life decision you're gonna make, know that you probably gonna be fighting an uphill battle forever. I'm gonna give you the tools to fight this battle. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how do you feel about it, H&S? Do you feel like 12 is too young to make such a major life decision?
Hell yeah. Absolutely. I feel like whatever your morals and principles you building on, you should instill that in your child up until the point that they're 18 or whenever you think they're grown. I think we all mature at different ages. I moved out at 17 or 16 and a half, you feel me? So I was growing at 16. You couldn't really tell me shit. But definitely as a youth, I wish more people around me would instill whatever, some foundation in me at a young age. I could have skipped a bunch of lessons. I think 12 is definitely too young to decide who you want to be for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't let your child join the army at 12, despite how much he liked it. There's certain things if your daughter was a freak, you wouldn't let her be a porn star or go to a strip club just because that's what she was into. So I think as parents or as just a community, we need to be more conscious of our youth and lead them in the way they should go. And then when you get older, if you want to say, fuck all that, I want to do my own thing, like Kate, I said, hey, you grown, handle your business. But I think as when they're youth, it's our job to instill certain lessons and boundaries.
I agree with you 100%, but like these are rich people. Like we ain't made.
Oh, I
I'm
thought we
sure,
were talking about in general. I wasn't talking about D-Wade.
No, yeah, it is in general, but
Oh,
like
okay.
usually the parents that are going along with this have a substantial amount of money or the means
Right,
to
good point.
have their kid go through this. Like
Right.
I'm pretty sure
Right.
it's middle class poor who are going through the same thing, but
Right.
they don't have the means
to even get that
to
type
even
of
like so
yeah,
like to
yeah.
even like so I may support it, but like you not finna transition anytime soon here.
Right,
like
right,
you know
right,
what I'm saying?
right.
So you have
don't even
to
have the resources.
right.
To
So
even
like
take a look, right.
for me, it's like when it becomes a topic, it's a topic amongst people with money because they're not making the discussion about people who don't have money because there is no discussion
Right,
because they can't talk about it because they can't pay for their kids to go through.
Right.
So like you know,
It really is a rich kind of a
Yeah.
conversation to have because everybody else you just gotta live as your
Right.
true identity is until. But
That's
I think
what I said.
I think that kind of
no,
falls
but
in
that's
line.
but
too.
if you see who worrying about it, it's not rich people.
No, it's not.
It's
yeah,
us.
yeah, you're right.
So like, it's just something to talk about.
Yep.
In my opinion, like nobody really cares.
Well, I mean, it is, but I mean, think about it. I mean, right now it's a cost issue, but it's something that's becoming so common to where it may not become a cost issue at some point. It may become a part of just healthcare and having health coverage. So it may become more of a broad conversation. You know what I'm saying? In the next 3 to 5 years, in terms of can anybody at that age kind of have access to getting that. Within a middle class household. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. Like
So-
it's really on your parenting. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and that's when it's about you. Like so when it's about you in that sense, like because kids have resources now to get on at 12 and 11, and so like I straddle the fence a bit because like you can't really make tough decisions, but like when the decision is made, it's usually a rich conversation, and why are we discussing it? Because we know what the decision would be if it was really within our community. So I'm with giving us the tools to, when you do get grown, here's what it is, and deal with it on that level.
Because that's what you got to prepare yourself.
Right.
That's what comes with that type of a transition.
decision,
Right.
yeah.
Right, and to your point, because it's D-Wade's son, that's why we're talking about it, of course. But because again, if it was to happen in a middle class neighborhood, we wouldn't even know about it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
If they saved up and got it done, we wouldn't know about it. So I think
But
that's why these types of things are
I think it
topics
would
of
still be a
conversation.
topic of conversation.
That would be a
Sure.
If it
conversation.
made the news, of course.
Sure.
But yeah, Critical Thinker says that this is D-Wade and Union's morals, that they're instilling this BS into him.
I mean, but they always go back to being that's his kid.
Yeah.
So
you gotta do
like,
what you
if he
wanna
want to
do,
instill
but-
some BS in his child, that's his child.
I mean, I think parents just have to take responsibility for their child at that point. And just like there are some parents that are installing negative views upon
My
their
nigga,
kid.
when are
and
you
racism
not
and
taking
stuff,
responsibility for your child? Like,
you have. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Some
So,
people don't, but to his point, yeah, you should be.
So they made that call. So we'll let them live in that call. We certainly wish his son the best, and I'm sorry, his daughter. Right? Am I doing that right?
We'll go with that.
I don't know,
go
my
with
nigga.
that.
I'm not
Daughter's the
transitioning.
best.
I have no. I have no. I
We
I
try
don't
to be
know.
politically
I
correct.
I don't know why y'all. I
Trying.
tell y'all, I'm not the resource to the Black Gay Caucus.
Hey, salute to D-Wade and Gabrielle.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Hilarious.
I was just gonna let this roll over, but I got to ask this question. I understand the perspective of respecting people's choices and respecting their decisions they want to make with their own lives, right? But where do we draw the line as a community to where the fact that whatever you believe is starting to affect everyone that's in the community, right? So, for example, right now we're in a state where we're saying if a child wants to say, regardless of what the mirror looks like, I'm not that, right? So we have to go along with that out of respect for this child. That's what we're saying, right?
Right.
So what happens when
You
somebody
don't have to, but go ahead.
I agree, but let's say somebody comes along and says, I want to marry this dog. I'm into animal things.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So I'm saying, like, how do we decide where to draw the line?
that's where you draw
can't-
the line. Like,
we can't
to-
any longer. You can't
no,
draw
like
that
you know, you
Bestiality?
can. Like, that's what I'm saying. Who dictated that we can't? Like, you don't have to go with the majority. Like, as you can see, K-Dot never goes with the majority in the majority of our stuff. So, like, nobody wants to make waves anymore. So it feels like, no one's making boundaries and setting limitations. But people are, but we not with the wave. So you don't hear us. So you just, that little circle of people who doing it within your group instead of the whole community, because you might try to speak to the whole community and be like, yo, you don't have to accept that. Like, that's weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or da-da-da. But because nobody wants to be judged and nobody wants to feel a certain way, then I'm going to just go with the majority. Even though you consciously think
like,
a
"No,
different
that's
way,
wrong."
right?
But goes back to
a
like
lot of
black
people are
culture
sheep.
and like in the church.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't
All
really
of
think
that.
it's black culture anymore. I just think society is so desensitized based on like because we get to see everything. Like you think you know everything because you seeing it on your phone. You think that's what it really is. Reality is so distorted for everybody, in my opinion. So like if you have a resilient mind and you just like, I don't want to go against like you just really thinking consciously like, nah, I just don't agree. People are like, well, what's wrong with you? Because you not going with
everybody
else.
else.
You're not with the
Right.
majority. But you don't think nothing wrong with you. You just like, well, I can't think opposite of you.
Right.
But it's weird to think opposite now.
because
It's
people
weird
have
to
a hard
set
time processing
limitations.
it, yeah.
Yeah, like that. I don't know when that'll ever happen because you have to be a free thinker to set limitations and boundaries.
And speaking of being a free thinker, for all three of you guys being in the entertainment business, do you find it difficult to find that balance to speak your mind and have your morals and your boundaries and still fit in with the society that's currently at large right now?
I don't feel like it's particularly difficult. But before we answer that, real quick, if you guys want to chime in on this topic,
Please
just give us a call, 818-914-4087. Me personally, because I'm not afraid to go against the grain, like I definitely have boundaries set in place, but that's in all aspects of my life. It's not just as it pertains to my career or things I'm trying to achieve. It's like certain shit I'm just not going to do. I really don't care what everybody else is doing, but that's just me.
I think a lot of people move based on money. So, like,
I agree.
in your situation, like, I think you're a little politically correct. Like, but because you have a brand that you're trying to build. So, like, you know what you want to say and what you don't want to say. But, like, if you're trying to get to a certain type of money, then you censor yourself.
Yeah.
So, like, you have to, when I say free thinker, you have to be, like, to me, like, I don't move based on money. Like, if I miss out on
Money and
money,
opportunity and
if
that
I
kind
miss
of
out
thing.
on it, I miss out on it. I'm
Right.
cool. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But some people ain't like that. People like, well, I don't want to burn bridges with this person, this person, this person, because I might, like, I don't worry about none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know why? Because I'm broke. Like, and I know how to survive to be broke. Like, in a sense, like, I know how to be broke. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'll be okay. So when I get money, I'll probably, you know, I'll move differently because now I'm not in a situation where I'm struggling or doing, like, I'm going to make better decisions financially, but I ain't never going to make decisions on on who I am for financial gain.
Right.
And, like, some people don't move
So
like
you saying
that.
it right now, you just are like no fucks given, but then if your financial situation changes,
No, it still be no fucks given, but like I already know like if my financial situation changed and I was being authentic, I'm still me, then everybody knows who I am. And they dealing with me because they dealing with me in whatever capacity they are. They are not because of how I'm dealing with them. Because I'm me. So like nah, it ain't never gonna change in my opinion. So like some people think like, well, you're gonna be broke forever. So if that's the case, you know what I'm saying?
She's like, well, I've been here, nigga.
Yeah, but I'm happy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy.
And
like
that's definitely more important than anything
money
in
don't
your
make
bank
me
account
happy.
is being happy.
Right.
But
So
what about you, Charlie?
Word. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you do have to kind of be a little bit more aware, just kind of broadly speaking, of what you're saying and how it might affect people and all that. But me personally, I try to just kind of speak my mind and go with it. You know, the person I offend the most is probably, I don't know, just because I'm married, you know what I'm saying? That's the only time I kind of have to kind of sometimes censor what I'm saying because I got to think about how that might affect her, or might affect my family, or that kind of a thing. So, and even that, I have a hard time censoring myself. I don't like to be censored, you know what I'm saying? Don't judge me or, take
I don't think anybody
offense
likes to be censored.
to what, you know what I mean? Someone might say, based on how they feel. So, I don't know. At this time, it's not something that I'm worried, have to overthink too much. But I think it's easy for all of us to kind of say at this time. But I think the more that we kind of rise, within the industry, and there's a lot more listeners that may be offended by the things that we say, or may take things a certain way, or may, are reaching at us, then I think as your platform raises, all those little details start to stand out a little bit more as to how you would respond, what you would and would not do.
just apologize.
Yeah.
White people get away with it all the time. Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, this dude stay in rehab. Like, you know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody, like, he just be like, I'm sorry.
Right.
And they
It's
move
cool.
on.
Right,
Like,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Like, you're right.
Yeah, like,
That's it. I mean, I feel like as long as, like you said, as long as you living in your truth and you being yourself and you letting everything just kind of flow organically. And that's one of the reasons, I used to kind of struggle when I first came to LA. Like, man, I need to be just out here just doing video. I need to be out here just doing sketch. It's like, man, you don't need to be out here just doing just anything.
Right.
Just to try to get followers. And that's where I had to become at peace. And I was like, man, you're right, bro. That's not you, and that's not how you move. And you don't need to be moving just because everybody's moving, or, or doing that. So it's kind of the same thing in terms of I'm not doing things for financial gain, as we see now on social media, where a lot of people are doing things for followers, in terms of getting those
like
gains.
saying their girlfriend's dead and shit like that.
Oh,
But
right.
I think it was all for financial gain because the more followers you have, you get monetary. I think a lot of people do a lot of more things for money now.
Yeah, but we surprised to see what people will do for just clout now. So that's what I'm saying. It's
That's
money,
true,
but there's a lot of
too.
people that ain't making no money on Instagram or Facebook, and they got 30, 40,000 followers, but they steadily popping, or them thirst traps steadily coming out.
True,
You
very
ain't getting paid for
true.
all of that, but you just in love with the likes and all of the feedback you do get from social media, that gratification. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Cool.
What other hot topic we got?
This one I'm a little confused about because I'm like, is this like a double jeopardy type situation? But whatever. So y'all boy Jussie Smollett, right? So he got
That ain't my boy.
indicted. He's y'all boy today.
No.
He was indicted for 6 counts of making false reports and lying to the police. So this just happened this week. Now, for those of y'all that might have forgot about this ridiculous ass situation that was like a year ago, where he lied about being assaulted and because he was low key mad about his salary on Empire. And it came out that he was full of shit. So he paid some guys and staged this or whatever. So when this happened last year, wasn't he charged and he paid a fine and shit? So they just came back now
right.
and was like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna charge you again because you lied." I was a little bit confused.
I don't know.
I thought it was dead.
I don't know all that, but he got convicted of 6 what? What did they?
It just said 6 counts of making false reports and lying to the police. That's what it said from
Oh.
this week. But I thought that's the same shit he got accused of last year, and he got.
Maybe they
fined
just
and
now
he got
charging him.
dropped.
No, them
Right.
Africans snitched.
I can't.
They got some info, so now they can charge Jussie.
Damn.
Man, he going to jail.
Probably. Probably.
What
It's
did
happening.
Chappelle call him? He say smooth.
Smooth
Just say
leg.
smooth leg. Damn.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
That was
like
such
I
an
said, all that
elaborate lie,
shit.
son, what are you doing?
Once he
I'm so
said
upset.
he went to Subway, I was like, what niggas in the 5-star hotel walking the Subway
Right.
in Chicago? But hey, maybe he was hungry.
When you
I
got a
don't know.
$5 bill in your pocket, you don't want no fast food. Hey.
Okay, so
But I
Pete-
think
Well, they get the
I think
sandwich
they
of the
lost
day.
a lot of money during that
Yeah,
investigation.
it looks like they're seeking $130,000.
Damn.
but I
from
thought that was
him.
from before though.
Well, I don't know if they got paid out for it, but they're the judge just dismissed Jussie Smollett's let me see. Hold on. I don't want to misquote this because this is some legal stuff. Hang
Because
on.
Pete Clemenza is saying the DA
Yeah, so-
filed new charges.
Yeah, they just filed new charges because of all the overtime the police had to work for the investigation. So it
Damn.
added up to $130,000 plus
Wow.
probably including some little extra stuff they
that's
threw in
right.
there.
Mm.
So they want that money back. But I
Damn.
think it's about setting precedents from the way that this article looks.
Right.
I don't really think it's about the money. I think it's just about setting precedents,
Yeah.
especially being
Trying to send a message.
right
Right.
and reminding him he black. You know.
In case you forgot.
Yeah,
In case
you
you
not
forgot,
that
nigga.
like nigga.
Right.
In case you forgot, player.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man, you
But
ruined your career.
Do you guys
right?
think he can make a comeback?
No.
Well,
I
I
mean, yeah.
That nigga
Right
why
now,
not?
I'm gonna say no.
Hey, that nigga better start doing stand-up comedy at this point.
But
You
people
gotta
might
say-
No, I
forget about it.
mean
He might
not
forget
with
about it.
he can transition probably into something else, but black people be like, oh nigga,
Yeah, he can't. He just
Like,
gotta come
he
back. He
can't
gotta
do-
kill it.
We're
He
a
gotta
little
come
bit
back with a role.
unforgiving.
he
We're just
can't
a
do
little
like no
unforgiving.
empire thing
Hell
right
no.
now.
Nah.
Like,
How long you got? Like, cause Tekashi about to get out of jail too.
Oh, word.
well,
Yeah, so I
is
would-
Tekashi gonna be Tekashi though? Like, or
I'm
he
just
gonna be
wondering-
somebody else?
Like the world's a little different. You know,
He
the
gonna
world's a
be
little more
Donnie
accepting.
Brasco.
Yeah.
We're a little more accepting now as a community. You know, especially
Yeah.
in social media. So I was just wondering if Jussie Smollett decided to,
No, because you know why? Because like he lied. Like we
said
knew
lie,
Tekashi
lie.
was lying. Like, you know what I'm saying? We were just like waiting on him to get caught. But like people tried to get behind him, like, oh, even though like two big black African, like even though everything was sus in the whole
There's
situation.
a lot of holes.
You
in
know what I'm
this story,
saying?
man.
We was trying to stand behind him, but then we found out like you did it because they wasn't paying you. Like, oh, so
I mean, I feel like if he like once this kind of settles down, the dust settles. I feel like if a studio or a production came to him and offered him a role, I mean, I don't think he'll be like blackballed. Or
Nah.
blacklisted,
He gonna
but
do it.
It might take a minute.
He can't play no gay man no more. He
it's
gonna have to
gonna
play
take a
all
minute.
straight
Yeah.
dudes.
It's
They
take
gonna
a
be like,
minute.
no, we don't want Hussy.
Right,
We
nigga,
want
hey,
Jesse.
They gonna be in Remember the Titans too.
They be like,
Yeah.
nah, you can't sing or be fruity.
Denzel, we
Just-
need you.
You want to get back in the game, you got to be the new Shamar Moore.
I'm done.
Tyler
I'm
Perry
so
wig
done.
and all. You gotta come with the wig.
For real.
Put him some crazy Tyler Perry productions. All right, cool. So the last story that I had, let's talk about y'all other cousin, Wendy Williams, real quick, right?
Nah.
So she issued an apology, of course, because we just talked about that, after she got backlash from the LGBTQ community where she said on her show, gay men stop wearing our skirts and our heels. You'll never be the women we are no matter how gay.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead. I'll let you
Let
go
me
first.
tell you something. She should have expected that because gay people, straight people, everybody in the world was like, the audacity of you saying a man looks like a man in a skirt.
Right.
When you got the manliest features of us all.
That is
They was just
crazy.
mad. Like, that was just, she shouldn't even said that. Like, girl, you don't even have the space to speak on it.
And I feel like, okay, I kind of understand the half-ass apology because I'm sure a lot of her audience are the gay boys. And it's kind of like, on one hand, I feel like if you say some shit, stand by what the fuck you say. But like you were saying a couple minutes ago, it's like, all right, you kind of somewhat have to be mindful of your audience and you may have to tweak certain shit that you say.
Right.
But my thing is just, you meant what the fuck you said.
Yeah.
So don't come back now and just apologize because you don't like the reaction
Right.
that you're getting.
But why you
Bitch,
crying?
she's a minute.
Like,
She's
girl.
upset.
She thought everybody was gonna be on her side.
Like, nah.
They was like, Wendy, you look
Right.
like that.
Exactly. Like, in case you missed the
Damn.
memo,
We want you to wear
ma'am.
pants. You built like the Grinch.
I can't.
Not
I'm
the
so
Grinch.
finished. I'm so finished.
Damn.
But
That's crazy.
yeah, so
I don't know why everybody's so quick to apologize. Like, I feel you. Like, what you apologizing for?
right,
Like,
just own your shit. You
but
meant what you
like-
said. Cool.
but like, who's like, how many people called you and told you like the whole LGBT community is like mad
Right,
at you?
right.
Like, I'd be like,
She
no, I'm
probably was
not.
getting like a whole bunch
Twitter-
of like
Twitter would
messages
tell you
that.
that they were like.
Anybody
I
gotta
said-
call you. You check
That's
your
what I'm
Twitter
saying.
feed.
Everybody's
They were upset.
like, you're not speaking for me. I didn't even know until you sent me that hot topic.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, she said that. That's crazy. I don't be paying attention to every gay shit. Like, gay people relax.
But like I
we
said,
don't got
that's a
to
lot
be
of-
like on everything.
But she has a lot of gay people that are in her audience.
Yeah,
So
but
that's
like,
why
so
they felt the
what?
type- they
Like,
felt the type of way. I ain't saying it's right, but that's
no,
what
I'm
it
not
was.
saying like, but like, so just feel that type of way. Everybody ain't everybody cup of tea. Like, I don't know. The world's just so
It is,
sensitive.
it
Like,
is.
you got to be so
It's
scared
like you
to
can't
say
have your
stuff.
opinion now. Like even if you feel a certain way, you have to
I do.
filter. See, well, that's why you ain't got no Wendy Williams show right there.
Yeah, that's
Because
what
your
I'm
opinion
cool.
gonna piss people off too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
It
that's what
sure
it
She already know
is.
that. She already know.
Yeah.
It sure is. Guess I'm gonna get paid in the blooms.
So you, I can't.
Said the blooms.
Gonna get paid no real money.
Yes.
So you had wanted to mention something about what did you say when you walked in here? We can
First of
talk
all,
about it.
the disrespect. I'm not finna make mention of the NBA All Star Weekend. Like, it's a thing.
It is
Like, don't
definitely
talk
a thing.
about it. Like, you wanted to
Right,
talk about like your
right.
little
we
like.
can talk about it.
No, I'm not gonna talk about. I can't talk about it with you. Tell me something.
What?
She was like, who was playing?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. I don't
What was
know,
yesterday's
'cause I don't
events?
follow. I have no idea. So you can enlighten us. Let us know, K. Dot. We're trying to
Right,
learn.
right.
Trying to learn. Come
Bring
on.
on game.
Come on.
Well, people who did pay attention, the slam dunk contest was very awesome.
Oh, wait. Let's start a little earlier. I did see the first part of it, the skills challenge.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
watch the skills challenge?
Yeah, it was a bunch of big dudes.
Yeah, I was surprised a lot of the taller. I don't want to say big dudes. That sounds a little suspicious.
Oh,
But a lot of
sorry.
the taller gentlemen.
That was a little.
Yeah, a
I
lot of the taller.
apologize.
I say
That
pause.
was interesting.
Yeah, I apologize.
I didn't know you was like that, Kate.
I'm sorry, sir.
A lot of the taller dudes actually won the event, which was kind of shocking.
Yeah.
Because I remember when they first started the event, it was ridiculous when any of the centers or power forwards would participate. It looked kind of goofy. You didn't even think they were professional athletes. Do you remember who won the skills challenge?
Bam.
Bam Adebayo
Adebayo, yeah.
from
Miami.
Miami, first time All-Star too. So that's
Yeah.
that's dope. Shouts out to him.
But if you
Nice.
notice, big man pass more than, you know.
That's a
the
good point.
The
That's a good
guards
point.
now are shooters. So, like, the big men are better passers.
That's a solid point. And then they had the 3-point competition,
Who won that?
and they added a new
Buddy.
a new little thing to the 3-point competition. So if anybody watches the NBA, everybody knows a lot of players starting to shoot about 6 feet from the 3-point line now.
Right.
So they added a shot that was about 6 feet from the NBA 3-point line, which is
nice.
already about 30 feet.
Right.
And they was just some of them just like bottoms.
Yeah, so you have to shoot the normal racks and then shoot one ball from each spot at their. I think it's called like the Mountain Dew.
Yeah, the Mountain Dew
Tight.
challenge.
They just had to shoot that other shot, just one of those?
Yeah, you
Like,
got
it
to shoot
was
two
two.
each
Oh,
round.
nice.
Yeah, so it made it pretty interesting, and you could tell if anybody's ever done a
and they
3-point
also had
competition, it's extremely hard.
The money ball, they had a money ball rack, and they could put the money ball rack wherever they wanted it
Right.
to be.
Ooh.
So,
Nice.
but a lot of them were putting it at, like I thought, what's his name? He got an old young face. He played for the Hawks.
Is that an old
Trae
young
Young.
kid?
He got old young hair. Nigga.
He got old young face.
He got hair like a baby. That nigga hair thin and out of top. God damn.
I thought he would do much better, but they all put their rack in the short corner, and they was all doing like bad.
Yeah,
So-
I was rooting for Devin Booker. You
Oh,
know,
he almost won.
he got snubbed for the All Star, so I know that was
Yeah.
kind of his thing. But he ended up, who won?
Buddy
Buddy Hill.
Buddy Hill.
Yeah, shout out to Buddy Hill. He didn't get them teeth fixed though, but
Man,
you
he
know, that's
don't
my
care.
guy. That's
I mean,
my
his
guy.
name is
though.
Buddy. Like, it fits.
His name is
He's from the
Buddy, so
islands,
it
man. That might be a
fits.
normal
I
name.
can't.
It still fits.
That might be a normal name. And then we had the dunk competition, of course.
Yes, sir.
Wait, did anybody watch the celebrity game? At least, I mean, you guys.
I
I
didn't
didn't see it,
I
bro.
didn't
Come on,
watch
man.
it.
You in the
I didn't see
It was
entertainment
on
business.
Friday.
I didn't see it, man. I was working all day, man.
All right, so yeah, they had the entertainment game. I didn't watch that either. So, but I think Common won the MVP.
Did he?
Yeah, it comes from Chicago, so yeah, I
That's
know.
Common sweet.
Hey, Common did that
Yeah,
basketball
he did the
movie.
basketball
though.
movie.
He did with Queen Latifah.
yeah.
Just right.
Just
Just
Yeah,
right.
that was
Yeah.
that was horrible.
I remember. I seen it. I said, bro,
They
was
had
all
to
soft.
add
It was just
that
wrong.
That shit was
Let
horrible.
that
nigga.
slide that it was a bad movie. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that was
That's
horrible.
believable, huh? Like, you love it.
Yeah.
Queen Latifah. Impossible.
Let them be great.
That's
Let them be
that's
great.
not why I was saying that. The big girls need love too.
Megan, I don't know.
Shout out to the queen. And then they had the dunk competition. Now I didn't watch the dunk competition. I was actually driving. But I did hear that Aaron Gordon, who I think should have won last year, I heard he got snubbed again.
He did.
You know,
someone
but then
said
when I
that.
heard about the judges, I
Here's the
mean,
thing, so-
Chaz Butler, come on, you got Wakanda out
No,
there.
like, I don't know, like, yeah, man, it was
Wakanda.
just,
I
it was just
can't.
weird. Like, they try to leave. Like, they should have just split it because, like, it should have been the dunk off. Because the other dude, he kept doing the same dunks, but he was doing them like powerful. Like, he just kept going between the legs. But they was tight dunks, but they was like similar dunks. But Aaron Gordon dunks were all different. And he jumped over Taco.
I did see that one.
Yeah,
and Taco,
like-
if anybody knows, Taco Falls 7'5".
Yeah, so it was just
Damn.
like,
What
damn.
the
he
Yeah.
can't
fuck?
Yeah,
Okay.
that ain't
He
nothing
didn't
to
get no
play
50
with.
for that. Like,
Damn.
but he got a 50 for
Wow.
everything else. So, like, he got robbed. He's like, I ain't doing it no more. Critical
Yeah.
y'all.
Critical thinker said the dunk contest was rigged.
I mean, I guess it
guess
rigged
it's-
for that dude from Miami.
They one of those conspiracy theorists, huh?
Apparently.
And Dwight Howard, who's I guess the oldest person to compete in a dunk competition,
Mm-hmm.
he did his thing last night. And I did see one of the dunks he did. I'm showing it right now for everybody that's watching. And it looked kind of weak when I watched it live, but it was
No, but
pretty
when-
dope
yeah,
on the
when he turned
return.
around,
Yeah,
yeah, it was
that was
cool.
pretty impressive for an older guy.
Yeah,
You
he's
know,
an
shout
older
out
guy
to
that's
Dwight
still
Howard.
doing that, but you know, he
Yeah.
gay, so you know.
Wow. That's why he did the spin in the air. It did look a little suspicious, nigga. I said, that nigga do
Yeah,
a
so
little
we-
ballerina move?
we stay youthful.
Yeah, that was a little, that's funny, kid.
I
That nigga hair was all floating and shit. I was like, looks a
We
little
stay-
weird,
Yeah,
Dwight.
you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. So you think Aaron Gordon should have won?
Yeah, he definitely should have won. Like, he had a dope dunk, too. Like, he windmilled, like, 360 windmilled it. Like, it was just dope. Like, I don't know. I felt like he got robbed.
Now,
Like, the other dude was good, too, but, like.
the other dude.
I'm sorry, what was his name? Something Jones Jr.
Oh, they call him Airplane Mode. I'm not sure the guy's
Yeah.
name. Now, did you watch it with any of your friends or anything?
Nah. You know.
Okay, so I watched the 3-point competition. I was leaving from my mom's crib, and it's a bunch of, she has a daycare. So it's a bunch of little kids there and shit. I thought it was so funny to hear the little kids watch these professional athletes do something and think it ain't shit. The little kid was like, nigga, I can make all of those. He weak, nigga. I was like,
They think, I'm telling you, they think they hard. My godson, man, I be doing like, you saw the, I know y'all saw the thing where Quentin Richardson slapped Spice Items. He blocked his shot. You know what that is? Like,
yeah, I know who that is.
So I be doing that to my godson all the time. Like, this fool dribble like all through his legs and like do all this other shit. And then as soon as you shoot, I be like, pop. Like, yo, they don't care about none of that. Like, you got to get baskets. They think they can do everything if they just YouTube it and Google it.
So I say that to say this. So you guys are in, besides, well, actually, no, you too. You're in the same kind of profession. You're an actor, and you guys are comics, which are typically seen as being easy kind of paths for people. maybe it's just being in LA, but this is the most
See
common
your
thing I
ass
hear.
get it.
I feel like when I run across people who have previous careers, whether it be in sports or whatever, and that doesn't work out, usually the first thing they go to is either they're gonna act
Right.
or they're gonna be a comic.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So I wanted to know, as being professionals, how do you guys feel when you guys hear people talk about, oh man, I can get on stage and I can,
Offended.
Welcome to 2020.
Offended is how
Welcome
I
to
feel.
2020.
You're offended?
I am a little bit because people don't recognize that it's a craft. Because I don't know if they see, because there's a lot of actors on TV that, in my opinion, can't act, or they think, I'm just gonna get up here and say words and that's all it is. Like, no, they like this is a process. You know what I mean? And I don't
Very
think
much
people
so.
truly understand that it's something you have to study. It's not like I'm just gonna get up there and read these words and now I'm an actor. It's so much more involved than that. But I would imagine with comedy, y'all probably feel the same way. Like, I'm just stand up here and be funny. Like, you might be funny, but that doesn't mean you can do stand up necessarily, or that other people gonna think you funny.
Let them find out on their own. That's what I always do.
That- and
Yeah,
then
I'm
it's
thinking
just
about
a-
doing. I bet. Where
It's
you
so
gonna be?
many different kinds of funny. So like it's hard. Like everybody funny in their own right until like they really do comedy, because like it's so many different types of funny. Like you could be like
Right.
animated funny, you
Right.
could be serious funny, you
Right.
could be so like what's funny to you may not be funny to the masses.
masses, right.
Right.
Right,
So
right.
like I understand where like I can do it comes from. Like, yeah, I'm funny. You'd be like,
Right.
yeah, my nigga, you funny,
Right.
but
Right. But it's nobody's gauge. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you can't say because I'm not funny. Oh, you don't think I'm funny? Well, maybe I'm not. You know what I'm saying? You just got you got if whatever comes
you gotta know
natural
your
to you,
audience.
Yeah,
You gotta
'cause
know what comes naturally.
yeah.
to you.
It's
Know you
different
gonna-
strokes for
everybody-
different folks. 'Cause a lot of
Exactly.
people think Dave Chappelle is hilarious. I personally, he's not like a favorite comic of mine, but a lot of people likes where he's funny.
All
so
right,
it's
y'all.
the
We're gonna
same
go ahead and wrap
concept.
up today's show with
Goodbye,
Fatima.
Charlie.
All right, I'm just playing,
Because first of all, yeah, but like low key,
Like funny. She like, you cool.
I didn't say he wasn't funny. I just said he's not like one of my
But
favorite
tell me
comics. That's just
who
my-
is your favorite? Who is your
Yeah,
favorite?
please.
I don't think
please,
I
please
don't
tell
think I
us.
have a favorite. I just like I don't because I
It's
tried
just
to
ain't Dave
watch.
Chappelle though.
Right.
Like I watched one of his I don't know if it was his latest Netflix one where he had
Yeah.
like the green jumper or whatever.
Yeah.
And like some of that was funny, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like I mean like I just wouldn't.
I want to see who do you like?
I don't know. I gotta ponder.
Did
on
y'all
that.
see the rose? Of course you didn't.
No.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I just-
I was
see
too
that.
busy
Don't be coming at our next.
worrying
like
about that
K-Dot.
transition a D-way. It's a hot topic. But
Oh, somebody else said QQ said what you said when you walked in there. Tiffany
Yeah,
Haddish
she was
horrible
horrible.
during the rose.
I would just, I'd be like, I was drunk the whole weekend. I was just out there being litty.
I can't.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean she was horrible?
I mean, not horrible, but like she wasn't like funny.
Was she
What it-
sort of kind of funny or like?
I
what do you mean?
mean,
You know what? I find this interesting. I've grown up around comedy my whole life. I find this very interesting that that may be the only profession where you're kind
I
of
wouldn't say
not
horrible.
allowed to have a bad day.
No, I mean like it wasn't like it was to me. It wasn't. I wasn't like surprised like because I haven't seen a lot of Tiffany Haddish stand up, so I don't know. Like I know she's funny in the movies, but like in that sense, I was like, ooh, like that didn't hit.
You
But
think so?
like maybe it hit for her. Shit, I don't know. But we got a caller.
Yes.
What's your name?
Hello?
Hello.
Samuel.
Hey, Samuel.
Yeah, I really could not watch the last Star Wars. It was like the Last Jedi just destroyed
Hilarious.
the whole thing.
What was wrong with The Last Jedi?
Right.
Huh?
What was wrong?
What
with
was
it?
wrong with it?
It was problems with pacing, problems with characters. There was a slew of problems. Where to begin? So first of all, the character Luke Skywalker. I mean, this is not Luke. I don't know who that person is, but this is not Luke Skywalker.
Who's playing him this time? What actor?
It's still Mark Hamill.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's aged a bit, but I mean, it's still Mark
H&S
Hamill.
done. Huh.
And it's just, yeah, I could not.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, all right, that's what's up.
Yes.
I've never seen Star Wars. So for somebody who's never seen it, what's the best one?
I would watch. Honestly, I would watch one. Okay, so the first one is the Phantom Menace is not the greatest,
Whoa.
but I
Samuel.
would
that's,
still,
That's
I
not
would
what he
still
asked
watch
you.
it. So I would go 1, 2, 3, then watch Solo. No, not Solo.
Nah,
I'm so
I
sorry.
can only get one in,
Rogue
player.
One.
I can only get one in. I can't binge that shit, man. All right,
Stop
I'm
watching.
gonna check
Rogue
out.
One.
I'm gonna check it out tonight, man. Thank you for calling.
Okay, so on that note,
Samuel is hilarious.
we're gonna go ahead and
He was
take
like, I wasn't prepared for feedback.
Right. We gonna take a quick break, y'all, because we got some guests coming in today to join us. So we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Thank you, Critical Thinker. He
Stay
said Rogue
tuned.
was the best one to watch.
Hey guys, it's Shelly Rio from Rollout Digital. We have a new sponsor named Rodney, and he has these awesome straws. They're made out of grass. They're called grass straws, and you can get them at grassstraw.net. And make sure you use the code D3 so they know that Rollout Digital sent you.
Y'all here? Yeah, I ain't as excited. The blues kind of dope. What you got on today, too? So you know? Ooh, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Whoa. Hey,
go.
hey,
Check,
hey, hey.
Come on, K-Dot.
I thought I
Oh,
had
my
the
nigga, I
mic
do
going.
not rap. I do not check.
Come on, Benny. Don't get that
check,
thing, dog.
Oh,
You ain't
we
got the info? Go on,
We
dog.
freestyling?
Come on, baby.
I'm a little nasty.
Come on.
Little nasty, my
on.
nigga.
I'm like HPV, everybody got it. When I come through, you know they
Yeah.
spot it.
Hey.
Like milk, I keep it rotting. And you know I come through hitting. Oh, we in Crenshaw, watch your flag. I might steal from you, watch your bag. Then after that, I'll take a nap. Oh, I'm 5'2", don't give a fuck about you. I'm 5'2", don't give it. That's all I got right now. Hey, bars, look at the producer. Give a fuck about you. I'm 5'2". Give a.
What's up, y'all?
Charlie trying to sign me.
We are back on YGOC
That is
podcast.
like 5 Foot Records.
I can't, right? I can't. I'm one of your gracious hosts, Fatima Ming. To my left, we got,
Okay, died.
and we got on the end down there.
Hey, Charlie Wilson TV. What up, y'all?
And behind the glass, we got H&S in the building, as usual. He can't talk right now, but okay. That's great. It's wonderful.
And that nigga last name is not Wilson TV.
That's his name today.
just
Goddamn.
can't-
Charlie,
it's
last
Charlie
name Wilson.
Charlie Wilson TV.
Like
I
so
keep
used to saying
searching
that
for
shit,
this dude,
bro.
but I can't find him.
See that?
They can find him on
If
IG.
you
under
Google
Wilson
it,
TV.
if you Google it.
It's
I'm
a
saying,
thing.
Don't nobody
Dude,
Google it.
That's his government. Let him
No,
be
no,
great.
Charlie Wilson is his government.
And we got two guests in the building. You guys can introduce
TV
yourselves.
like Junior.
Yeah, we do have two special guests in the house.
Yes,
Two
we do.
comics got invited out. Why don't y'all introduce yourselves? Let us know where we at.
My name Ashley Mathall, all the way from Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit.
Okay.
Hey, it's your boy Benny Pitts, 5 Foot Records.
Hey.
5 Foot Records.
Go.
5 Foot Records. 5'2", don't give up about you. Can we curse on here?
Hey,
sure
we
can.
Yeah, we sure can.
Cause yeah, my pastor watching.
So he finna
Yeah.
unsubscribe like a mug.
Right?
You go to the cussing pastor church?
Yeah, I go to the cousin pastor church. Benny Pitts. I hail from Atlanta, Georgia, but I live in Vegas now.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
man.
cool.
Sucks for
I
you.
hear in these LA.
Sucks
No.
for you.
These LA streets sucks for y'all. It took you 2 hours to get anywhere.
Oh, man, welcome.
Right.
Right. Welcome to the struggle, my brother.
Right.
The struggle is definitely real out here.
So before we get to know our guests a little bit,
I ain't in a
let's,
hurry to get nowhere.
let's find out today. You know, what's wrong with K-Dot? What's
Nothing.
wrong with you today, friend?
Actually, nothing's wrong with me
What?
because I didn't have a phone for 2 days, so I was stress free.
I can't. So that's the only
Damn.
source of your stress? I thought it was the plantation.
Not doesn't bother me
Check.
because I pick that cotton, they give me a check.
I can't. I can't.
Your whole
Nah.
site.
A whole
What did you
thing.
do with all this extra time without having your phone?
I know, right? I tried to get the other phone to work.
I can't.
I was like, come on.
Wow.
This is horrible.
She went in that grandma. You still got
Yeah.
that razor?
What
I
is
need a
going
phone.
on in the world? I don't know.
Well, what did you do? Drop your shit in the toilet? What was
No,
happening?
like I dropped it. It didn't crack, but a little bit of the ink. I could see the ink spreading, and then I was talking on it one day, and that shit just went black. So I was like,
Fade to
man,
black.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Rest
right.
in peace to your
Rest
phone.
in-
It's over.
Nah, so I'm still messing with it because I can't get into it, and I got stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? I got
So
footage.
we have to take a break real quick, apparently.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second, y'all. We gotta take a break for a second.
Hang in there.
We just got. Y'all want me to freestyle again?
Look, we coming back as
Come through with the blackberry molasses.
Trying.
Hello. Check. Check. There you go.
Cause I cap a lot. I don't rap for five. Oh,
You don't rap for
I lost
five.
it. What?
Oh, you gonna switch up right
Oh,
here.
they're gonna switch up.
5 Feet Records.
5 feet.
Hey!
5 feet records.
It's another one.
Charlie Wilson music.
Dropping that new heat footstool.
Why Charlie Wilson look like
Everybody
a
been judging
That
me.
fire.
Hey, why Charlie
Cause
Wilson
I
look
ain't
like
got
an
that
old young
somebody.
nigga?
I'm off the mud with it.
Right.
They can keep hating,
5
Hey.
foot records.
but I'ma keep getting it. I'ma keep getting it.
Hey.
Till it's gone.
Hey.
Till it's gone. Till it's gone. Till
Hey.
it's gone.
I'ma keep getting it.
Till it's gone.
Come on, through
Till
harmony.
it's gone,
Come on.
till it's gone, till it's gone.
Y'all heard it right here
So
first.
cold in my cup.
Hey.
Got them beats up in the back.
Whoa.
You can ask your girlfriend
Whoa.
when I hit it from the back. She
right.
said, call it
Hey.
boy tight.
Nigga
That
rap
nigga from Louisiana. I had squeezed that booty tight, just like a Kool-Aid jammer. It's a Kool-Aid
It's a
jammer.
Kool-Aid
Fire.
Jammer.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you went from Migos to drunk Uncle Charlie at the cookout.
This nigga rap like he from Texas.
And then I grabbed her ass. And I'm from Louisiana.
And that's how they hooked me.
Hey, soon as you started rapping, a cutlass pulled up.
With candy paint.
With candy paint, a 2013 cutlass pulled up.
Yeah.
Charlie
right.
Wilson music.
So we back from our
Charlie
very
Wilson.
short break. It was sponsored by 5 Foot Records.
5 Foot Records.
What's wrong with 5 Foot Records?
Nothing's wrong at all.
You know
Not
what
at
I'm
all.
saying?
So we back.
They stand on cups.
Okay, now.
So we were trying to find out what was wrong with our friend K-Dot, but she said nothing's wrong with her
No,
today.
nothing's wrong
So,
with me,
so
actually, you know what I'm
she's
saying?
good. That's good news.
Hey,
Something's wrong with the
notice,
podcast.
do you notice that nothing's wrong with her, and at the same time, you able to stand your broom upright?
I can't.
You ain't
can't.
from Earth. She ain't from Earth.
Not from Earth.
That stand-up broom shit, I just can't. I can't do
I
it.
had fun with it. And I was like, baby,
I know, I was rooting for you.
Babe,
I was like, come on, Charlie, one more time.
Babe, look at the
One
broom
more
right there.
time. That's because you, like, you know what I'm saying? It was too much movement. You had to tie that robe up.
Uh-huh.
You had to flap it in the wind.
I did, man. That's my
So
favorite.
was
robe.
the broom really standing up?
It was standing up. Dog. You ain't tried this shit yet?
Nah.
Oh,
Nah.
see that?
I didn't need
Hey,
it. Don't
hey,
feel
tell you
bad.
what. Tell you what. Smoke a blunt. Grab your broom.
I can't.
Finna blow your mind. It's gonna stand up by itself.
No,
Well-
smoke a blunt and then just tilt yourself.
Well, I don't,
Right.
I don't do drugs. I live a drug-free,
said,
alcohol-free lifestyle.
Yeah, upside down broom right now.
Okay.
Man.
I got a Kool-Aid in this cup there over there.
Yeah, this, it's a milk. to get my body nice and big, nice and big.
Got some soy milk over there.
Some soy milk.
All right, man. So, I'm glad to have our two special guests in here, man. These
Absolutely.
are comics that I had a chance to work with, some of them, and some I aspire to work with. I can't keep up with Benny. I was just looking at flights to Atlanta. I'm trying to go do some
Flights, my
shows.
nigga, what?
Some flights.
Right? I was gonna let it slide. I was gonna let it slide.
That nigga speaking in cursive.
It's too much, she got too much Southern comfort going on over here. I
I'm looking
can't.
at plights. we was the boom, the plume.
The bloom, like what? Wait a minute, English.
They roofied me. That's what happened here.
I heard that's
Lies
what they
and
do in
deceit. Lies and
You want to get in
deceit.
the movie? They're
So,
roofing
like
you.
I said, I was looking at plights.
Yeah, that's a private
Okay.
flight.
This nigga said it again.
Those are new. Because that's new. Plights are cheaper than flights.
Okay.
You
so
can only get
cheap,
that
they-
on.
Whatever
They
you
don't
say.
exist.
You know, you're living a lot. You got to keep selling it.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all don't know what plights is. All right.
But no, we're not gonna let you
Whatever.
sell that.
That's
No,
a
nah,
new
son.
shit.
So yeah, I was y'all niggas just interrupted me. I was like, yeah. So I was trying to get to Atlanta.
You interrupted yourself.
See,
done.
see, that's why you can't even do nothing on social media. You ever misspell a word on Instagram and stuff? It's always
Right.
somebody.
I will drag you, please.
It's somebody.
Spell check your shit.
See, both of y'all.
Yes,
5 foot
it's
records.
upsetting. Using the wrong there. But go
Let's
ahead.
just,
Go ahead.
let's just move
See.
forward with this conversation.
See,
Let's
I'm
move forward.
done.
we gonna keep it moving. Okay.
I'm done.
All right. Catch plights, not feelings. That's what they say.
Jesus.
Hey,
Be
Benny,
offense.
Benny. So you in Vegas right now?
Yeah.
You been doing comedy for how long now?
Man, this summer will be 6 years for me. Dog.
6 years. Dope.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah,
Dope,
man,
dope,
I
dope.
feel like a rookie, and I can't say a vet. I just feel like a rookie, and I just feel like I just been around.
Yeah.
I'm like Robert Horry that just sat on the bench.
Yeah.
Got the ring.
Come out when you need them.
Come out when you need 'em. Hey,
kill.
Yeah,
kill.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
don't
that's it.
disrespect the hoary.
No disrespect to Robert Horry, but hey, if I could be anybody on the team, I
Yeah.
would want to be Robert Horry. You don't got no pressure.
Yeah.
You just come every once in a while, shoot a
I
three.
like that, though. That's true. That's a
I'm the
strong
Robert
point.
Horry of comedy. Boom.
That's
We said it
dope.
right
That's
here.
dope.
One of the
That's
young guns of comedy.
I
I'm the
got
Robert Horry of this thing.
All right.
But yeah, I originally started in Atlanta. Did we meet in Atlanta or we met in
We
LA?
met out in L.A., I believe. Yeah.
But we
LA.
followed each other when I was
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I would think I was still in New York at the time. It's been a
For
few
real?
years.
We
Maybe.
followed each other.
Maybe
for a
so.
while.
Yeah, we
My
followed
nigga.
each
We're
other.
not gonna make this
We
a
don't
thing.
care. We don't care about the bromance.
See that?
They want to get
Hey,
a backstory. Let them get
How
a
we meet?
backstory.
You
I mean, and we
just-
started following each other.
Hey, you
See how
gotta
they,
think-
hey, see how they distort black men? We can't even have a
you
conversation.
can't have a conversation without
That's
being
all
homosexual.
K-Dot. That's all
My
K-Dot.
nigga, you broke eye contact with me and went straight to Charlie.
Who me?
Because we talking.
Charlie, I'm sorry, you're not my type, bro. You handsome, but you're not my type.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
No. Okay, 6 years. And then Ashley Math, I crossed paths with her. Straight out of Detroit. She's been on the comedy grind heavy out here in L.A. How long you been out here now? And how long you been doing comedy?
I've been out here for 2 years and been doing comedy for 2 years. So.
She came out here on the bus doing
She came out here on it.
I didn't come on the bus. I came on Spirit, so that's
She
kind
came
of
on
like
the She came on the plane.
A little bit.
A bus with wings. A bus with wings.
Not judging.
That's
Spirit.
first class
came-
of buses.
You came out here literally with the clothes on your back.
Spirit is cost
I don't
effective.
tolerate Spirit slander. I only fly Spirit. Spirit never.
And your
rode
bags
by me.
fly Southwest.
And I just packed all my bags in my car actually, and I just. No, I flew and I transferred my car out here.
Oh, that's what's
That's the
up.
same shit I did. People that say they drive cross country,
I
I'm
would
like, I don't
never.
have time.
I
Nope.
get sleepy
Shit,
jumping
my
from Detroit
shit.
to Ohio.
Right,
No.
like, no.
Niggas drive from Detroit from Ohio.
Is that a short drive? I'm not
I
familiar.
drove.
Is it why you
drive,
keep
short
bringing up
drive.
short shit?
5-foot records.
5-foot records.
In the building.
Is that a short drive?
Man.
Speaking of Benny, we heard you did a short film.
That's what, man. That's because I got a short memory.
Oh, okay.
The shade is real.
I'm sorry.
Today.
Hey, you packed-
No,
transferred
so
your
yeah,
car.
I only been doing it for 2 years. I moved out to LA a month after doing comedy.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
That's what's up.
Oh, cool.
That is fine. And let me just say, for everybody that's tuning in, she's funny.
Woo!
She's funny.
Thank you.
So
The only one clapping.
So to just so just to be starting in 2 years and to come to LA in 2 years and to be funny and figuring it out, I think that's dope, man.
Thank
That's
you, I
one. That's how we
appreciate it.
kind of connected years ago, man.
Absolutely.
So shout out to both of y'all for coming down
Man,
out
thank
and
you.
making it happen, man. Coming to the West Coast,
I appreciate it, man.
no doubt.
Thank you for having us. I'm having a good time.
That's
5-foot
what's up.
records.
5 foot.
How do y'all do it in LA? This shit is crazy.
Do what,
man.
life?
Yeah,
or
it's life. I tried to
life.
rent a porch. They told me $900 a month
I can't.
Nah.
with no bathroom.
Nah.
They told me I had to
Done.
figure it out.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
mean, it's a hustle. You figure it out. Like
Yeah.
just like you said.
You got to get a
figure it
couple
out.
of jobs.
You got to get a couple of jobs.
couple of jobs.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just checking.
I mean,
I'm born and raised here, so.
You born and raised here.
Yeah.
Okay. Where, Crenshaw?
a little bit everywhere.
I didn't like his tone of that question.
Why? Because you're wearing blue? That's light blue. What?
Oh, do I look like a gang member? I don't know.
No, affiliated.
Wow.
See that?
Affiliation.
She said Crenshaw.
Your stay here has been eventful, I see.
You
She
don't
about to
even
say your
know.
services are no longer needed.
You say
Remove
you say you're
yourself.
cutting your time a little short. You know what I'm
So we'd like to
saying?
thank y'all for coming.
You don't even know. Right after this interview, I'm jumping on the megabus.
Nah, you know.
Hilarious. I can't.
Compton, LA, everywhere. But
So
you
what
know,
has you guys' experience been like so far? Because you don't
Right.
live here, but like your experience as far as like the
I'll let
comedy
you go
game
first.
since you've lived out here.
It's I don't know. I guess it's a true experience of just learning to network. Cause back home in Detroit, it wasn't really a comedy scene. So
Okay.
coming out here and trying to network, and it's it's who you know. So if you
That's a
don't
big
know
part of
nobody,
it,
it's
yeah.
hard to book shows. You kind of gotta suck dick and eat ass to get on.
Oh, really?
I've never done that.
Oh, my goodness.
You gotta-
I've
Is
never-
that what you have to do?
I told y'all.
I'm never going to make it.
K-Dot just told us she ain't conforming to nothing.
Hey, listen.
I'm never going to make
God will
it.
not.
Alcohol-free, ass-eating-free lifestyle.
No, I'm going to make it because you know what? I'm just have to create my own space.
Well,
Right,
yeah, that's what I did.
I will say this about LA. This is my experience with LA.
Grab your mic. Your mic a little
Oh,
closer.
my bad. This is my experience with LA. I lived in Atlanta. I lived in Vegas. LA will humble your ass. If you think you hot shit, come to LA.
Right.
It will humble your ass. I'm talking about, I don't care who you are, it's hard to get stage. I don't know how, like, Cat's been out here for a while, but it's hard to get stage time. LA will humble your ass. And then you go to certain spots, and then Chris Rock will go up,
Right.
and then they'll whisper to you, yeah, you're not on it. They're like, can I come back tomorrow? Come back. Come back 2024.
Right.
They giving out lists for 2024
Oh, for sure.
to perform
Yeah.
on open mics.
Yeah.
I'm like, nigga, I got gout. I don't even know if I'm gonna still be alive.
Hilarious.
All right, so it's oversaturated here.
Oh
We were
my
just
God.
talking about how comedy is something that everybody obviously wants to do now, think they can do now, and want
I
to
feel
get
like
on
this.
it. So
You
it's
remember
just-
back in the
everybody's
day when everybody in the early 2000s, where everybody wanted to be a rapper, and it was coming to Atlanta, and everybody, comedy is the new rapper. You know what I'm saying? Everybody
do.
wants to do it, and it's just like, I think you just gotta find your way and just get in where you fit in.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then
You just gotta do what works for you. But like I said, talent is talent.
Right.
So just because everybody say they're a comic, don't mean they're a comic. You know what I'm
They are,
saying?
they
How do you know though? How do
No,
you know?
it's not for me to know. It's just like I know my talent. Like as
Right.
long as you think you funny, that should matter.
Right.
Because that's where the drive comes from.
Right.
I feel
So that's
like-
why I be like,
feel the same way.
that's why I feel like the kissing ass and all that shit is like, yeah, it's politics to everything, but
Right.
like,
You ain't gonna suck no dick, though.
if you, I ain't never gonna suck no dick, my nigga.
Yeah, trust me, we all know that.
I'm saying,
All right. She like
So
first
you-
of all. She like, first of all.
you go back to your Build-A-Bear voice.
Yeah, first of all.
I'm done.
But you know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like if you that person, you just that person, and you gonna make it. And you gotta be cool with however long it take, and be patient, and realize that, like, kissing ass and sucking dicks and eating vaginas is not always.
All right, well, this
the
I'm
answer.
on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
If I
I'm
knew
sorry.
we were talking like this.
Your parents is on there?
Yeah, I would have put it on
Excuse me,
Instagram Live.
parents.
You gotta
I
take it to the
apologize.
gram.
I said vagina.
Go to the
I
gram.
didn't even say the P word.
Vagina.
I could have said pussy.
Black
Yeah,
people.
Could have said pussy. It looked like that's on your mind right now.
See that?
Always on my mind.
How has actually comedy been for y'all since y'all been out here for a minute? You know?
Yeah, so it's been
This ain't for y'all.
what?
Yeah.
Figuring shit out. Yeah.
Really?
And K-Dot's relatively what?
Yeah, I'm relatively new
what,
as
what,
well.
a few months in the game as well?
Yeah.
Kinda
A few
just
months?
started getting into it?
Welcome to the shit show.
Yeah.
No, I already seen it, but like I'm from here, so you're
Right.
welcome to the shit show.
Oh, no,
I've
I'm not moving here.
I've
I'm
been
not-
living here
She's like,
forever.
oh, no, I'm going back.
But
back
it's
to my-
I understand why it's hard for you guys because like y'all don't know the fake LA people from the real LA people until you start meeting.
I don't see
Meeting
from
them.
here, and I'm not no shots out to everybody. I love LA, but I just can't tell real from fake now.
Right.
You know
So
what I'm
like
saying?
when you meet a real like person from LA, you be like,
Right.
oh, like you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's
Like
a
so
difference.
It's a difference.
Right.
So like, you know, I'm from here, so like I can when I maneuver in these open mics or I go and try to do shows and stuff, like I immediately identify like, oh, you Hollywood. Like, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Because
right.
I'm from here.
Right.
What's Hollywood? What's your definition of Hollywood?
Man,
Oh,
if
shit.
you Hollywood is like you think you somebody, like, and then you everybody's supposed to think you that person, even
Okay.
if you don't know who the hell
are.
that person is.
But shouldn't that person think they somebody? That's how you make it. You gotta already. They say
Carry
act-
yourself
yeah,
as if you-
yeah.
I don't
act-
think in that I don't think being arrogant is carrying yourself in a certain way.
See, it's a fine line between
Yeah.
arrogance
Confidence
and
and
self-confidence.
arrogance.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
You can be confident.
And arrogance
but
makes you
like
Hollywood.
you don't have to. You exude confidence. It just naturally it comes
Right,
like
most
an aura.
definitely.
Like if you have to force it, then you're being arrogant. You're not
Right.
being confident.
Right,
I'm
right,
sorry,
right.
you're not being confident. So it's a lot of arrogant people.
You're dropping a lot of juice, seriously.
Out here.
Because I'm trying to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? I live in Vegas, which is like 3.5 hours away, and I'm coming out here more and stuff, and I'm trying to maneuver. I just did the High Comedy Club.
That's what's up.
Yeah, appreciate it. And you know, it's just it's a little different. You know, especially coming from Atlanta, and Atlanta too, which is like everybody in Atlanta is a monster on stage. If you ever
what's up.
been to Atlanta, Charlie, you ever been to Atlanta?
No, man.
Everybody like they
Everybody
don't play no
living.
games. Atlanta, everybody like Ronnie Jordan's,
Yeah,
Tyler
yeah,
Chronicles,
yeah, yeah.
Carlos Miller, K
Yeah.
Dubs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just to name a few.
Right.
You would come to Atlanta and go to an open mic and it becomes a show.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Because Rodney Perry might walk through the door, or you know what I'm saying. You never know who's gonna come. Same thing like L.A. So it's monsters on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like really monsters. And I'm a student to the game in L.A. I'm kind of I come out here and I'm like,
Like, how would you guys?
this is the guy.
Yeah.
Like, how would
I'm
you
not saying
guys-
anybody. No shots to no.
Nah, but straight up, but that again is just to go to show you. Now we're in a bigger pool. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Versus Atlanta, where you automatically are gonna. Not only is Atlanta but a little bit more, I guess, black.
It's
for lack of
urban,
a better
more
word, it's
urban, yeah. Yeah, it's
So
more
those,
urban,
Those
definitely.
types of rooms and those types of environments, you gonna have the heavies in there because that's where you have to go.
Man, if you
in
ever
LA,
seen-
because it's a little bit more broad.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
most
you're
definitely.
You can kill at those rooms,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
most
also
definitely.
got to be able to kill.
It's
and
more
flash.
diverse.
So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
actually experienced that. So I took a couple of like my little Atlanta antics and brought it to LA. And when I searched certain things, it was like,
right.
we don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, that sound a little hoodish. So but I think it make you well rounded
Exactly.
because you know it's everything.
Right.
I think a blessing for me is to perform a little in Vegas, where Vegas is nonstop tourists. I actually performed a show one time where nobody spoke no English. You know what I'm saying?
How did that
That
go?
yeah,
Right,
but
so
that
how
I
did
did the Macarena.
No, but you don't know that because like people do big overseas and they know all the words to their
Right.
songs, but they don't know
English.
the language.
Saying,
right.
yeah.
So like if they like you, like they'll figure out and understand. Like I kind of hold to I want to remain authentic and
Right.
like I have a thick enough skin, but I'm from here, so I'm built up. I believe a certain way, so I could take what the industry is giving me right now.
So when you say you stick to being authentic, do you? I guess because I think people have a vision of how far they want to go. You know, like Cat Williams, even though I think he's like a legend, right?
Right.
He didn't really cross over.
Right.
You know, but Kevin Hart, you
Right.
know, he like global. So
Right.
do you have like an idea of where you want to go?
I do. I would like to be, global. I would like to be Kevin Hart status, but I know how Kevin Hart
do you
had to
think
Has
move.
to move to be able to get there.
Yeah,
You
no,
wanna be authentic
no,
and
but
reach that?
right.
Right.
But I also know the money is there,
Mhm.
and if I can't get it Kevin Hart money way, I have to figure out another way to get.
The Cat Williams way, which is because
No,
again,
like not even the Cat Williams.
the only reason
way.
I say that is because he stays pretty much to
No,
himself
like-
and only does what feels good to
But
him.
like
at the right
a lot
time.
of things that happened to Cat Williams didn't have nothing to do with his career. It had to do with him outside of his career and the things.
Well, yeah,
he-
that too.
personal
That
right.
too.
But
that
you don't
too.
catch me outside. I don't do Cat Williams type
No,
shit.
no,
Like,
not
you know what I'm
necessarily.
saying?
Yeah, not even
I'm
going
just
there.
saying,
I'm
like,
just
I
saying.
do
didn't-
Cat Williams type
No,
shit.
no, I'm talking not like not comedic wise. I'm talking about like you ain't gonna catch me on going viral, going to jail or something like that.
Well,
Like you know what I'm saying?
I was talking about his comedy. You know.
No, no, like I say, he's authentic, but like he, in my opinion, he kind of messed up himself with other things outside of that. I don't know if it was alcohol, I don't know if it was women. I know like all of that ain't industry.
But beyond that,
feel me?
but he still has his own kind of
Right.
mindset, and I think that's what she was correlating.
No,
in
I
terms
get
of,
that, but
I'm
like-
not finna transition to become.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm
like,
saying.
Hollywood
if you're
famous.
listening to what I'm saying, that ain't what I feel ruined him from crossing over. He ruined his own, not his authenticity.
Well, we agree to that.
I
We
don't
agree to
think-
that.
No, I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't
Like,
think his drugs or anything ruined him. I think just him being his
Right.
true authentic self.
yeah, see,
not
that's
Right.
where we
talking
different.
about certain things.
That's like, see, that's where we different.
Who
Like,
said
I don't think that.
I don't think Cat was
You
on
know what I'm
drugs.
saying? No, I don't say I don't know. I said I don't know.
But it seems as though he's being his true authentic self.
Yeah, that's
but
what I'm
here's
saying.
what you got to understand with being your true authentic self is that your opportunities are going to be a little bit more limited because
No.
you're less flexible.
I don't think that. Like that's what y'all think.
Okay.
I don't think that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I would say
and
that-
y'all basing that probably on y'all experiences moving throughout
Well,
the
here, well,
industry.
Can I say this?
How are we saying that if you feel like I'm not just going to do this opportunity because I'm a little bit more selective? I'm not just going to do that. Y'all want me to do this?
No, I said
You know what I mean?
no. That's not what I said. What I said was if I get into an opportunity, yes, I did say that, but like that doesn't mean it's not gonna stop me from crossing over. Like your mindset is your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like that's what y'all think. Y'all think like because he remained authentic, that's why he didn't cross over. I don't think like that. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm
like,
with you 100%.
Yeah, that's what somebody else thinks, but that may not be why he
Sure.
didn't
Can I-
cross over.
Can I say this? I'm with you. I understand exactly what you're saying. You're like, I'm going to be myself through and through, thick and thick. And there's nothing wrong with that because I believe
No,
what's,
none at all.
what's for you is for you. Because look at somebody
Right.
like Lisa Leslie. I said Lisa Leslie?
Yeah.
The one from Saturday Night Live?
Basketball.
No, Lisa
Leslie Jones.
Leslie Jones. My bad. Wrong interview. My bad, nigga.
Roll
Can I
big,
get-
roll big black bitch.
I know I said it's alcohol free. Can I get some more Soko?
He's like, she's
No.
6'2", right?
like Leslie Jones.
Leslie Jones.
Yeah, it's a totally different.
Leslie Jones is totally. But listen, she's been authentic herself. It might have took her a little longer, but she still arrived. And that's what I'm saying. I've met, let's just say, I don't know.
But Leslie Jones not global.
Right.
Yes, she is.
She's on Netflix.
She's on Netflix. She's on Saturday Night Live and Netflix.
But is she getting tours
Hold on.
overseas?
Yes.
Does she have a presence and demand overseas?
Oh, well, that still takes time, but I will say that I agree with you in a point like this. Like
Well, but you're right. She still is being true to herself, and she's.
the industry
And she
tried
getting
to
money.
tried to
right.
blackball.
Right.
From what I hear, tried
Right.
to blackball Monique and Cat Williams. Right.
Yeah.
I've personally met Monique and Cat Williams, and personally has been the two of the nicest people you have ever met. Monique went out her way to shoot. My mom is a huge Monique fan. You know what I'm saying? My mom is like a Christian, this and this and that, but she loves Monique. I told Monique the story. Monique stopped her meet and greet and did like a 3-minute video for my mom. Why meet and greet? People are paying to see her. And I was like, yo, my mom is such a big fan. Shout out to Rodney Perry for making that happen. But
Right.
That's what's up.
sent the video
that's
to her.
what's
She didn't
up.
have to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Kat, I met Kat, Planet Hollywood, Las Vegas, gave me the best advice in comedy. You know what I'm saying? He said, once you lose yourself, you lose, period.
Right. I
Facts.
mean, they nice
That's
people.
in everything, yeah.
Oh, you talking about go, but we're going to get back to it. I'm just saying, but I'm going
No.
back to what she said of
No, I guess, like I said,
remaining
if it's
who you are.
Yeah, that's your rationale. At the end of the day, they know where they want to be,
Right.
the level they want to achieve,
Right,
and
right, most
what
definitely.
they think they need to do to get
Most
there.
definitely. Most definitely.
All I'm saying is like, I'm gonna remain authentic. I can't dictate if I'll be global or not through my authenticness
Right.
because I
Right.
don't have nothing to level set it with.
Right.
Because
Right,
we
right,
haven't
right.
seen anybody, but I'm not gonna condition my mind to think that it won't happen.
But what's
Just
for you is
because-
for you.
Yeah, just because I
believe that.
haven't
Right.
seen it on
Right.
a global
Sure.
level doesn't mean it's not
Well,
possible.
I have a question for all four of you guys, and we can start with the guests. What do you each feel is your personal comedic style?
She laughed. She
I
kind
feel
of
like-
laughed with it.
I feel like I'm just coming in
For
myself.
somebody who don't even know who to tell us who her favorite comedian is.
That ain't my job. I'm the host.
Right. All right. You got the questions right.
I feel like my comedic style is a rock star. You know what I'm saying? I cater to.
Elaborate, please.
She said what?
I will. 5 foot records.
Hilarious.
I like to have fun. Like I got a teacher line called "I'm Fun Size, Don't Laugh." I'm the life of the party.
So none of us can fit.
Not you, Whoopi Goldberg. Not you.
I gotta be Whoopi
Shots are getting
Goldberg.
fired.
Oh, you put me in a box. I'm Whoopi
You know
now.
what I'm saying? Until you grow up by me.
You know what? I'm not growing up, and I don't plan on being.
I'm
that
done. I'm done.
Size. I'll elaborate. I like to have fun. You know, life is very, very serious. I like to be the person. I know people get on me now, but like I grew up 14 brothers and sisters.
Oh,
Damn, nigga, you got something more important? No, I'm just like shit. They always like talk about your life. Talk about your life. My life was like really dark and really that. I like to shed light in a room. When I say like a rock star, I like to have fun. I like my comedy is catered to.
Come
like
on, B, we got a whole
women.
other guest.
Yeah,
Can
my
she-
bad.
can she say her shit?
I'm a rock star, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, Ashley.
Honestly, I feel like I'm still trying to find my persona on stage.
That's
So
what's
I can't. Well, I have yet to find it yet, so I'm still working with it. I don't know. I guess when I touch on more personal things, which I haven't truly yet, where I haven't touched on things I really want to yet, I think I'll find it along the way as I keep going. Hopefully.
Okay. I watched some of her skits on Instagram, and I was in tears. And we were talking a little bit this morning. She had one that was about what type of club goer are you?
Club goer, yeah.
That shit was hilarious. I'm like, these are so on point.
That was funny.
I got a question for you. What type of club goer are you?
I'm not one.
So
Hold on, Whoopi. Your turn is coming.
So when I was watching, I was thinking like, which one is? So if I'm having fun, I am.
What is that, pleather?
I'm the. Y'all are so wrong.
I told you. I told you first. It was Build-A-Bear. Don't try to H&M section. Go ahead.
So if I'm actually having fun
This
in a
nigga got
club,
a baby motorcycle jacket.
I'm the master of lyrics. I'm singing every song. Now, if the shit is trash, I feel like I'm a mix between the I wish a nigga would.
So you a thug.
And
You a thug in the
Wall
club.
Creek. No, because it's like.
She's the type to wear a jersey dress and Jordans.
No. Because my thing is like I used to have one particular friend I would like go out to like clubs and stuff with, and she the kind of person that like as long as the club as the crowd is like moving and stuff, she's gonna have a good time. I'm the kind of person I need to like the music. If the music is trash, but everybody else I can't. It just doesn't work. So I'm gonna either be a wall creep or stay
I
around
need
like
women
I wish
and
you
liquor.
would.
I'm the change looker. I'm looking on the ground.
Are you? I can't.
Drop
Oh,
some
what?
money,
Have you ever looked at the floor in
You
the
a
club? Like that shit is disgusting. Like, I wouldn't pick up nothing on the floor. Like,
I might pick up the right thing.
I can't.
You are a fucking thief. She said, I'm a
She
change
said you are a
looker.
fucking thief.
That's the nigga that's going to pickpocket you in the club.
We ain't going to the strip club with her. Girl, put that down.
You cannot go. Hey,
Show money.
she
That's
cannot.
hilarious.
She took the money.
She cannot go to Mayweather Club. She wouldn't know how to act.
I went in Vegas.
Those
a
are
couple
for the
years ago.
dancers.
For real?
In Vegas, yeah.
She'll come out the club with a Toyota Camry.
If I find it, it's mine.
Damn. A real thief, like a real thief would.
Yeah, she got her foot on the dollar. Like, I can't move.
Right.
I can't go.
I got a question. I got a question for the comics, and I don't even know if we went all the way around with the rest of.
Well, your style. I want to hear y'all style. She said all for you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold up, you next.
I would say my style is more like Deion Cole. Like, I make jokes about things that really happen about in my life that are
Okay.
Like, I think everything is hilarious. Like, when I really be out, like, everything is funny to me. Like,
Really?
I
couldn't tell.
I try, like, not to offend people, but I laugh at a lot of shit that I probably shouldn't laugh at.
Oh, okay. Are you going to laugh at my outfit when I leave?
I already did. I laughed at when you came.
No filter.
I was like, ooh, that dress so scandalous.
She said, nigga, did this come on one picture?
Who is the little R&B nigga that can? All right, Charlie.
Charlie, what's your style?
If I had to, and that was gonna be my next question actually, is what comedian would you say that you kind of, you know, are similar to, or have a similar style as, or someone that you would like to kind of almost emulate, or someone who has a similar kind of style?
We get it. Can you
Yeah,
answer
my
my
nigga,
question? Like, come
How
on.
many goddamn times you gonna say similar?
This nigga playing mind games with it.
No more Southern
Hey, that's
comfort
the
for
LA.
you.
That's the LA shit.
No more Southern comfort for
I'm
you.
trying to explain it for the
Usually
listeners.
he just be drinking soda.
This nigga said similar.
Could you get to the question?
Yeah.
Could you get to the question?
You know
To the
what I'm saying?
question.
I mean, who do you think that you think that you think that you think?
Who is similar? If you was to
You
infuse
see how my
yourself,
people, my own people. It's my own
I
people,
love
dog.
you, Charlie. You
It's
know
my
what I'm
own
saying?
people, dog.
Whoopi Goldberg would
That's
turn
my
on
own
you.
people, dog.
Whoopi Goldberg
It's my
Global.
own family, dog. She is global. She is global.
There you go.
Charlie, last name Wilson.
Hey, my style I think is a little bit kind of unexpected, a little bit unfiltered, kind of
I like
a lot of high energy.
It is
Someone
high
that I
energy.
always look
And
up
Charlie's
to.
hilarious on stage. Just want to throw that out there.
They just being nice because we work together, y'all.
Yeah.
You have to come to a show. You have to come to
Yeah,
a show.
because I drove from the Valley to Inglewood, so if the shit was trash, I would tell
She
you.
drove a whole
But he was funny.
15 miles.
He was
Right.
funny.
Nigga,
Sitting in that
15
traffic.
2 hours.
15 miles in LA.
15 miles
That's
is 2
that's-
hours.
That's 3 hours.
That's an hour. So I'm like,
You in New Mexico?
Welcome.
I drove to New Mexico to come see you.
Right.
What time the party started?
Oh, I was gonna say Bernie Mac is someone who
For
I
real?
always looked up to, admired, off the chart. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. You know
That's
what I'm
you.
saying?
That's
Shit.
you.
I can't.
I got 4 kids. Just 'cause
You got 4 kids?
No. But because he talked so much about just his family, his lifestyle, he was kind of true within himself with what shit was, and that's kind of how I live my life. It's not perfect. It's off. It's falling apart almost. Sometimes it seems it's coming together at the same time. But I
So
feel
would
like I
Bernie
don't know.
Mac be
That's
considered
just-
global?
No.
Was he? I don't
Nope.
think so.
He wasn't.
Because he was authentic.
He wasn't global.
But at the same time, he did have the Bernie Mac show, which
He
was a
did have
national
the
show.
but a show that they didn't want to give him. But he
Yeah.
wasn't global. He was
Not
amazing.
yet. I
but
mean, he
wasn't
died. He
global.
died at his peak.
Yeah,
damn near.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Okay, so y'all
Rest in
y'all
peace,
y'all
Bernie
next.
Mac.
Is there a comedian that you see that you're similar to, or someone that you aspire, or you see a little bit of yourself in? I'm doing it again, right? Y'all got it. All right, we be quiet.
You wanna go? You go first. You go
Ladies first.
Ladies
first.
first. Well,
Ah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man.
this is a woman's jacket. No, I'm
It had to be.
man, shut the fuck up.
Because that clearly is petite.
It's fun size.
It is. Crank your chair up.
I hate to say this because I like to say.
Are you really going to go first?
Yeah,
Ladies first. Go ahead.
I'm just
No,
saying.
you go. No, you go.
I'm just-
Oh, now you want to be a lady? Stop. Go ahead.
We always a
But we
lady.
was
Don't
out
ever
there.
get
We
it
was out there waiting to
She's
get
a
interviewed. She was like,
lady.
"What's up, my nigga?"
We a lady.
Go ahead.
No, you go. You go. Ladies
Ash,
first.
Ash,
She
go
bleed
ahead.
once a
I'll
month.
just go. Hello. Anyway.
Hilarious.
No, I would say like Tony Rock. I hope y'all. I mean, not Tony Rock.
Tony Rock is hilarious.
Tony. What's the nigga from Detroit?
Roberts?
Tony Roberts.
Tony Roberts.
It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah,
That
Tony
nigga got a
Roberts.
towel and just
I
going crazy.
fucking love Tony, and he's
Yeah,
from Detroit.
Same here. Yeah.
Just, I think he's underrated, but I just love his style of comedy, and always looked up to him. And I think
Word.
mine's kind of mimic him a little.
Word,
a little
word,
bit.
yeah. He was one of the first comics I opened up for when I started doing
Oh,
comedy.
for real?
Super dope. And
I
I'll
love
never
him.
forget. Shout out to Tony Roberts. I'd only been doing comedy for about 6 months. Did this show in Jersey. Found out that I was gonna be able to open up for him, and I was geeked.
That's what's
I was like,
up.
what? And then right when he came out to the stage, I had a pretty decent set. He was just like, damn, who the hell y'all brought up before me, man? What the fuck is that? He was like, he said, y'all finna with me, but we're hard up in here. I was like, oh shit, I think I peed on myself a little bit.
That's what's
I was
up.
like,
I
ah.
cannot.
Don't tell nobody else that.
Right?
Tony
I was
Roberts.
excited.
to the internet.
I was excited. He's an OG for real.
Yeah,
OG
for
and,
sure.
and a solid dude. So shout out to Tony Roberts. All
Shout
right.
out to Tony
All right,
Roberts.
it's on you.
And it's on you. Show that.
Hey, I think I'm a mixture of and it just is my personal. I love Kevin Hart because just the hype thing. I think I have a huge
Philly.
personality. Yeah, I'm not from Philly, but
I am, goddamn.
Oh, nobody asked you.
Go ahead. Doesn't matter. You can exit right now.
Hilarious.
I'm a mixture
Boom,
of
boom, boom.
man, Whoopi, chill. This ain't the
Yes,
color
sir.
purple.
See?
Nigga.
Jesus.
Don't
I would say Kevin
make
and
me
Duval.
edit you out.
I say Duval because Duval is always happy. He's always having fun. He's like a rock star. He's like Duval did it his way. And I feel like Kevin because
I
I'm
get
just
it.
happy because personality-wise. Not because it's a short thing.
Right.
So
Nah,
I'm
they-
just kind of a mixture of both.
Y'all the same level.
Y'all can wear the same shoes, but that's not the point.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all can see eye to eye.
Real quick, Pete Clemenza is asking, is this the chick that was on the Mad Marv show?
Yeah, I was.
Yes, it was.
Look at her. She got a shot.
Yeah,
Let me see.
You about to be global. You about to be global.
She like, I be working.
Right? A little bit.
Ah.
Shout out. Okay.
Did I get any shout outs?
No,
You know
no.
what I'm
It's
saying?
gonna come. Stay prayed up.
They barely can see you.
She said stay prayed up. My bad, nigga.
Nah, I said who I said. I mean, it don't matter because, I ain't going to go global. I ain't going to be shit next.
You know what?
No, it ain't no, I'm
shit.
being very
Cut the shit.
sarcastic. I'm being very facetious.
We love you, Whoopi.
I don't need you to love me, baby. I'm going to be fine without you.
We can share
5 Fluke
clothes.
Records. Go ahead.
No, I'm like I said, Deion Cole or Teddy Ray. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I just kind of, it really ain't nobody I mirror too much. Like I'm older, so like I would say a Robin Harris too.
I'm just curious. Do you do like one-liners or stories or?
I do stories. I can't do one-liners. I'm starting to figure out like I can really write good.
Yeah.
So like,
so you probably want to do like stories kind of more so.
I mean, it just depends. Like I'm still trying to gauge like. I'm the type of person like I'll go to an open mic and I'll have my own shit, but I'll sit there so long that I can make a whole show out of
what's going on in the environment,
right,
and shit
especially
like that.
if the melanin changes.
Okay, all right.
So I'm pretty
Versatile, you say?
versatile, but I'm very confident in like what's gonna happen for me.
Oh shit! Okay, speak it out there, put it out there.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
not to be like on no cocky shit.
Hey,
like,
but we just said though, that's Hollywood, then it's confident.
You know what I'm saying? But like, no, I'll still like, I'll look out regardless.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna remember you. Like, I don't do it for the money. I really love doing this shit.
Right.
Like, I really
And that's how it
enjoy,
should be. It shouldn't just be
you know what I'm
for
saying?
shit.
Like,
I'm trying to get paid, nigga.
you know what I'm saying? No, I mean, we all trying to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I'm with you 100%.
you know what I'm saying? No, like, I do want to get to the
These
money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I want to retire my mom. It's a lot of things I want to do. But I know that the passion behind it for me is going to get me the money because I really love doing this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I would say like a Teddy Ray, Deion Cole.
Okay.
Okay. What do you think about? I got some advice a long time ago from an older comedian. He told me this: if you want to be a great comedian, move to New York. If you want to be a famous comedian, move to LA.
Damn. I started in New York actually too.
That's crazy.
Because I heard in New York you could do 100 rooms in one night.
Yeah, it's a lot. And we moved to New York. I ain't had no car. We was taking the trains everywhere. It was
For
cold
real?
as hell.
Well, that's bad.
It was a lot to piece together. I remember taking a lot of long late night train rides, and I'm new in town. I don't know shit. But I'm on the train trying to figure out how I'm finna get back home now at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And I'm on the train falling asleep. Like, I did that shit.
I was like,
for
I got a
weeks.
question. Like,
It's
'cause
crazy.
That's what him and I were just talking about. I was saying how much, the comedy game has changed as far as how you hear people back in the day grinding, standing at the comedy clubs all day, giving all their time to driving and sitting in mics. Do you think that's necessary now that we have social media?
I think it depends on the person. I think if you're really coming in this game with a goal of becoming solid on stage and solid in your career, then you put in those hours because it's almost considered like work. You know what I'm saying? You put in those hours so you're getting better. However, are there other ways you still can break off into the game and into Hollywood? Yeah, of course. That's why everybody's doing internet videos and going viral
I think
and doing it as well.
social media is like
but that's stage work.
The faster way, and that's where I'm not savvy because I'm older. I'm used to seeing the legwork part of it. Like I'd rather get out here and grind it out on all these different stages and interact with these different people.
Is that because that's all you know, or that's because you're not?
That's exactly it. That's all I know. Like I'm learning this other part, like snippets for video.
So are you willing to dabble into social media more?
Yeah, definitely. Like I am. Like I definitely am doing that, but I know like what I'm better at.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's some people who are just much more better and savvy on social media and marketing and branding themselves. And I know, like, I can do it, but I ain't doing it better than I do the stage work.
Gotcha.
And I mean, I'm not a comic, but I kind of feel like if you're kind of geared more towards stand-up, then that might be a thing, getting in the clubs and going to open mics. But there's a lot of, like, sketch comedy and shorts that people do on social media, and that's more kind of their lane than getting on a stage and doing, like, a stand-up routine. So it kind of depends on what lane you kind of want to be in.
Right.
No, but this is, like, this is how you get seen. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like...
What's how you get seen? Actually going to the venues and
no,
doing
I'm
the
talking
mics?
about social media.
Like
social media is I have to get on it. Like it's
Still
no,
use that,
There's
yeah,
nowhere. Where we at now?
Nowhere around it.
yeah,
Right.
there's no way around.
2020,
But like I said, it's so saturated that I'm turned off, and I know that's because
it's
of
a
how I think.
Right.
So
Like,
I'm the same way. I think all of us are close to 30, or if not 30 plus.
Yeah.
I'm just not on my phone all day trying to
you know what I'm saying?
Make videos and shit.
Make
all
videos.
that.
Right,
You know,
because it's
I-
a lot of it's very, and I'm a perfectionist, so like it's a very inundated process, like editing, because you ultimately
job.
you teaching yourself how to do everything.
Right.
So like, and I just don't have that time because I have like
Shit to do.
Real life.
Real
well,
life
like
shit.
real.
I'm gonna ask y'all this: do y'all
yeah.
feel like the social? I hate to say social media comedians and comedians because they're still comedians. I don't give it's a job they put in the. It's an art, and they step on it. Do you feel like they're winning more than the stand-up comedian? Let's just say it's a social media comic
No,
right
they're
now.
definitely winning because
Can I say this?
they're a broader market.
It's a social media comic right now with 100,000. Let's put them at 100K, which is on the lower end. it's a lot of cats over there that has more than that.
Right.
Come on, my nigga.
All right. On the lower end, 100K, and he has videos that's going viral and boom, boom, boom. And you have a comic that's been, let's just say, doing comedy 7, 8,
But
9
he on
years.
stage. Nobody
He's
on
on
social media know who he
No,
is.
nobody on stage, but he's a monster.
That sounds like me,
cares, so he
nigga.
needs to get
I
back
got
into
7,000
social media.
followers.
But
and
nobody
straight.
care because
And
nobody sees.
he's
It's
not getting
it's
booked
not
like
It's
that.
not
and
that nobody cares.
his baby mama doubting
It's
him.
not- it's
you know,
not-
yeah, like
But
shit get
how
real.
Many, but how many times
it's
is people in LA gonna come see you every weekend?
Right.
If you got a show every weekend, how many times the same people gonna come see you?
Right.
Even though you kill the stage
Right.
versus B. Simone got 4 million or followers, and she go to different states,
Right.
and all them people really want to go see
Right.
if she funny.
Right.
She already done sold out because just off her personality.
Right.
Should you
Right,
focus
right,
more
Even though
on
she
social
suck on
media
stage.
Right.
than the stage?
It
So
definitely
that's the
focus- it definitely
balance.
needs to be a big part of your marketing,
The
definitely.
main thing is how fast you want to get the money. Like, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. If you need money, you own your social media shit. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You getting them 5 million
Yeah, it depends
followers.
on where you want to
Yeah.
go, how far you want to go.
No, it's not about how far you
take
want to
it.
go. Like, some of this is just grind. Like, it's a slow grind to the money and it's a fast grind to the money. Like, the stand-up, the stage work is a slow grind. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not entertaining all these people who are on social media. But that may not be your audience because you know who's on social media? Not a lot of people my age. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a backwards transition for people who want to get to this social media money fast. But it's two sets, in my opinion. I'm sorry, this is my thought process. Let me put that out there. There's two sets of this money. There's the social media money and it's the stand-up money. But, like, we live in a world of instant gratification. People getting stand-up, they getting money. Tony Baker, he got his little thing where he do the skippity scap, but he do stand-up consistently. He's booking tours, and yeah, he probably getting it from that, but he was doing the stand-up first, and he built up his following, and then that following got online, and then that introduced more people. So
You bring up a great point.
So you can do it backwards or forwards.
Right.
You can take a
But
stand-up
you gotta do
following-
it. But
you
you gotta do it.
So you can
Because
get your
it-
stand-up
because it-
following and get that social media and just work backwards to the money, or you can just automatically get on the social media first and work that tough and get that, and then get out and get your stand-up money. It's just how fast where your patience level is. If your patience level is
Yo,
like,
these kids'
I wanna
outfits
get
I
this
wear
money,
ain't
I wanna-
cheap, so
wanna
I need to
this-
get to the money.
Man, they
I'm
should
done.
be because what is that called? They got one where you can get $8 outfits.
Man,
I'm so
Why you
done
wearing the
with
same
y'all.
outfit Jadakiss wore in the Y video?
Man,
Oh my God.
my sweater is your one whole outfit.
Same amount of material. Them niggas say same amount of material.
This nigga is dead. This nigga look like the sixth nigga from G Unit.
The Tiger Stone more than your little gold-plated cross.
Listen, I
she
believe
hit
in
the gold
Jesus,
chain.
boy.
You know what I'm saying?
Mother
I
gold
mean,
chain.
no, we just clowning him.
No, we clown. This is my nigga right here.
That's
Hey,
funny.
how we
That's
do
funny.
Hey, I like her because she'll get serious, clown you real quick. Get
Right,
serious real
right,
quick.
No, I'm very serious.
No, I feel like you dropped a lot of juice. You
You
had.
know what I'm saying? It's just your mindset. Like, if you want to get to this money, that money is out there, and it's just how fast
How
you
you
want to
wanna
get to
get
it.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
how you want to get it. Like, you gonna get it. Like, if you want that global Kevin Hart money, like, you gonna get that, but you also get them global Kevin Hart problems
Right.
because everybody watching you.
That's why
Like,
I
you know
think.
what
I
I'm
think at the
saying?
end of the day, my advice is just like if you say you want to be a comedian or you want to be a superstar, whatever the case, you just got to be ready when your time is ready, because you got to work on that following. And I think about it all the time. I could see, but it's like unless you putting those hours on stage, you could have this big following and have the opportunity to host this or have the opportunity to do this. But then once you get that opportunity, if you're not really solid on stage to deliver,
Duval
then
said that.
it's
Duval
a wrap.
said the biggest teacher for any comedian, whether you're doing social media, whether you accept, the stage never lie to you.
yeah,
And you
facts.
can't
Can't cheat it.
You
Can't
can't
cheat
cheat
it.
the stage.
Right.
And I learned that too. I went through my little phase and was like, I could do
Yo,
this. I
little
gotta do-
face.
Stop it.
You stay in the little face.
He set that one
Hey,
up. He set
Jada
that
can
one
stay
up.
in your place.
Hey, man.
What? No, but you went through your phase where you're like, yo, the connections would take me higher than
Yeah.
you cannot
Yeah, I'm saying.
cheat the stage. And I take off my hat to anybody, from an open micer to a person that's selling out
Yeah,
in
for
Dubai.
sure.
Anybody that has the courage, there's nothing easy about that
Right.
shit.
No.
And y'all
Nothing
heard that
easy.
first from Lil Zane.
Not Lord, I'm done. I'm so
I
done.
live a life of a celebrity. I may think it's way bigger than.
We can do it
Hey, shout out to my nigga Lil Zane.
We can do it
Meek
anyway,
Mills
little
put
nigga.
him in a verse. He said niggas would come up and disappear like Lil
I
Zane.
cannot.
Lil
with
Zane
y'all.
right now is working on his diss record for Meek Mills.
Damn.
So that's you have a grand scale of what you want to. Because
Where you
I
wanna
love the
questions
questions you asking.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? So
And I got a follow up question too.
Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. You were saying something? Go.
No, I was just saying like as far as like, sorry, this just hurt my ear. What type of comedian you want to be on a grand scale where it's global?
That was actually my question too. Is where do you see yourself?
Yes.
Where do you want to be? Where do you want to go with this? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm tipsy as a motherfucker.
It's Southern Comfort, baby.
Southern Comfort fucking y'all up.
I've been drinking.
Hey, before I live, I'm gonna send the rest of you. Hey, we live a drug-free, alcohol-free lifestyle.
And you know, it only take a couple of sips for him.
Lying on a Sunday.
She
He's
say
lying
you got-
on a Sunday. I just can't.
She say you got little kidneys.
That's my rap name, Lil Kidney. My rap name is Lil Kidney.
The little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would love to be global. I would love to be global. I never really thought about being rich, but I thought about tackling like stages all over the world.
That's
you
what's
know,
up.
so
So you want to tour and
I
do
would
all that
love
good
to
stuff?
Stand
you
up.
know?
Okay, cool.
Like that would be so just amazing. You know.
Can I say mine?
I mean,
Yeah,
you're not
go
gonna.
ahead.
Believe it
It's
or
not
not,
like you're
I
not
got
gonna
in
say
this thing. Man,
You got a lot of
You
shit
next,
to say.
nigga. You next.
man, Whoopi,
Yeah.
Whoopi out here. She been to win the
Yeah.
NAACP award.
This, you know what I'm saying?
Most outspoken nigga.
Yeah, no, nigga, that's you.
Shout out to
You the
Black
most
History Month.
I was a running up.
Clearly, you was a censored nigga. They was like, look, little nigga, stop talking. when
Double up.
you really get grown, you will let you speak.
I would never be grown. I always. Shit, you know what? You need to stop. Hey, she fooling with me. She
Slap your ass,
cute
honey.
and she handsome. She's sexy and she handsome. It's like,
got you.
it's like
Don't know what to do. I'm being confused.
That was pretty funny.
I want to shoot my shot, but I'm gonna be like, no.
That was
That nigga Benny finna shoot her DM after this. Gonna be like, nigga, hey, that nigga Benny finna like.
You better get on that nigga Caesar Palace shoes.
Hey, real talk. I don't want to shoot a dick pic and then she shoot hers, and her shit bigger than mine, and I'm like,
whole strap.
You already know it
She
is.
probably think it's just you. Why you ain't got no clothes on?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's your dick.
it's gonna be my dick with the leather jacket on.
Oh my God.
She gonna be like, is that the same luggage?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what I was about to say?
No, you still got
Okay,
a
yeah.
wee-wee. You still got a wee wee.
Oh, you still got a wee wee.
No, if you under 5 feet, you definitely got a wee wee.
Oh my God.
Wow.
You
Shots
gotta-
fired.
Hey, she say when you pee, you put your shirt on underneath your
Hey,
chin.
I ain't even gonna lie. She's so cute. I'll show you my wee.
Ah!
No homo.
Benny finna shoot this shot.
No homo.
that shot.
What I was saying? Oh, believe it or not, I always just wanted to be like a talk show host, like Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Arsenio Hall,
Right.
Arsenio Small.
I see you small. Okay, we got it.
Shout out to my man Rusty Rusty.
Setting up your own jokes.
Wow.
Right?
Fuck you, nigga. If nobody told you today, I'm the first one to tell you, fuck
My
you.
nigga, get in line.
No, like
Right.
Get
She
in
needed something to be
line.
wrong with her. She needed something wrong.
Get
growing
line.
up, listen, I love stand-up.
Growing up.
Y'all can't just let it slide. Y'all
Yeah.
can't just let it
5 feet,
slide.
5 feet
She
records.
You don't know nothing about that.
5 feet records. No, I used to grow up watching.
Ah.
I used to get older watching.
For real.
I used to age.
I
Time used to pass.
used to Benjamin Button.
I'm done.
Time used to pass, and I used to grow up watching Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Jay Leno, Conan O'Brien, and I've always saw myself as being a talk show host,
Okay,
like a late night talk show.
I can see you
Because
doing that.
other than Arsenio, it wasn't a lot of black ones. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just love that because what a talk show host was. A
Talk show hoe.
Talk show hoe.
Talk show.
Man, they
That's
got hoes who
That
talk
Southern
show.
Comfort, man.
so
It's
it's-
coming for y'all.
Man.
Let's hold hands because you kind of handsome.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
How do y'all
Benny,
do
you're
it?
not in Atlanta no more.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I just stayed there too long.
I've been delivered.
go.
No, he was like the anchor of what was going on in the community, in the society. And I always been a fan of that, and I see myself doing that.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
you know,
What about you?
As far as, Well,
like,
I-
the color purple
Do you
part
wanna
2.
yeah.
like, what do you? I mean, like, what do you like? Global? Do you want to? Like, what do you want to do? In
I want to
comedy?
be successful in my own right where I have the platform to actually do more philanthropy.
Okay.
Like, you
Spell
know
it.
what I'm saying? My nigga, do you want me to?
Yes, please.
Because I'm sure you don't know how to spell it.
I don't.
Okay. So I'm not going to waste my college.
She's like,
college
you're not going to
education
know
on
after
you.
you. And you're not finna know right now is what she's
But
saying.
I would love to be global. You know what I'm saying? And I put that in the universe because it would give me a platform to really I really want to expose my people to other stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yes, I would love to be global, but, you know, my fear is like, with global comes no privacy, and I do value.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you
Comes
become
with the
that,
territory.
when you become a certain
Because you
level,
wear boxers, not brief, right?
No, I wear boxer briefs, my nigga. But you can ask me anything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
You wear
just talking
panties?
shit, nigga. You wear panties?
No, on my period, yes.
Oh, nigga, you get a period?
Every month.
I don't.
I think we should go on a commercial break after that.
You thought I was gonna be on some scared dyke shit?
I know. I'm on some scared
Dykes
shit.
go on periods?
Yeah, my nigga, we women. You know
Question
what
mark.
I'm saying? So,
Look at Charlie.
So
Charlie
it's-
like,
it's okay. It's a comedy show. Like, oh my god, when the last time you been on a ride? Never. Because I'm sure you don't meet the height requirement.
Oh, what?
oh, that was funny. No,
shade,
seriously,
the
I'm
shade.
banned at Six Flags
I'm saying you can't
in
get
3
in.
different states.
I'm sure you rode here.
You
with
can't
car
get on the
seat.
rides, no way. It's just like,
So real quick, K-Dot, let's do some announcements, man. What's going on?
It ain't what's going on. It's what we have to say.
Oh,
I
shit.
mean, yeah, that too. Let's put it out there.
Y'all so Hollywood. We not there
This
yet.
is LA shit, nigga.
We not there yet.
I
Let's
thought
see.
I was built for LA until I got to LA and was like,
No, you
oh,
built
shit.
for LA. You know what I'm saying? You got it. You
Nah.
know what I'm saying? You hung with me.
Right.
Because you might want to run to your car after the show, though.
Oh, right.
It's real.
It's
is
real.
real, you know what
I
I'm
seen the
saying?
flag in your back pocket.
I'm with the shits.
Hey, she a Crip, a Blood, and a Gang Lord. she both. She all of them.
I'm a vice lord.
Hey, she the nigga that shot the nigga from Moesha.
What? And you Miles.
Merlin said,
Miles.
I
Y'all
Miles.
stupid.
she shot Merlin Santana outside. Reporting live right here from the
you
Young
go to your
Guns.
room. Okay, so, it's not really announcements because it didn't come through my text via that way.
Oh my God.
But
You know what to
please make
say.
sure you guys sign up for the cruise.
Yes.
It's no longer a $50 deposit. You would please have to visit the Rollout Digital page. I'm sure all the details are there because I don't have the specifics. Once again, our sponsor is the Grassroots Straws. Please go to grassstraw.net. Use the code #D3. Pick these up. They're wonderful, actually. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No
Actually,
paper tape.
No, I ordered my own box. So I use them at the house. They pretty cool. They better than the paper. We are a viewer. What is it?
Listener
I'm
sponsor.
sorry,
show.
listener sponsor.
Listener supported show. There you
Listener
go.
supported show. So if you please make a donation to Rollout Digital or Speedy and Friends on the Cash App.
PayPal me. I think those are two.
I think those are the two. You know what I'm saying?
HNS is shaking his head. So yeah, there you go.
Okay. We'll pick a name, and I forgot the.
I think they'll pick a winner on Shelly's show, which is every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, happy hour with Shelly Rio and Precious.
I think they're not here this week though.
I think so. I think Shelly's running away, so I don't think there's a show this week.
But Speedy is also having a show tomorrow.
Yes, Speedy and
So
Friends.
Speedy and Friends, please tune in to Speedy and Friends.
11 a.m. ish or whenever they feel like it.
Yeah, you know.
There you go.
Something like that. I apologize. The announcements were a little,
Ratchet, but it's
off
okay.
the riff.
Nobody told Whisper to take the weekend off because that's her
Right.
job.
Yeah.
She
She
out
in
there in
Chicago
Chicago
living her
being
life,
great
twerking and
or
shit.
whatever. So
I enjoyed y'all tuning in to this little nigga.
I cannot.
Why you gotta keep bringing? Why you gotta keep bringing up that I'm little? That,
In
every-
closing,
Can I
They
ask-
gonna box
can I
after
ask
the
one
show. I
question?
just want y'all to
Yes,
know.
yes.
Before I wanted, since you don't do comedy, I was just interested in what kind of comedy that you like.
I don't know. Like, I like, who do I like?
Charlie Wilson. Charlie Wilson.
I like Charlie Wilson.
Hey!
K-Dot.
I got 3 fans,
Ashley
nigga.
Vanny, I like y'all.
you like me?
Like, do you like
No.
stories, one-liners? Like, what you like?
I like stories.
Yeah.
I like people where it's like they make you laugh off of real everyday shit
Okay.
that everyone can relate to.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know what type of style that is. But yeah, I don't know if I have like a favorite.
Who's your favorite comedian?
If you got free tickets to go see anybody today, who would it be to go see? See how I set that up?
Hey, Charlie, I see you.
ticket.
Who would I go see? I'm trying to think of like Netflix shows I've seen recently. That I think what you call is funny. What's her name? I think
don't know.
Amanda Seales is funny. Her stand up
Oh.
is really
Okay.
funny. The older,
I like her too. She's very woke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the older Kevin Hart specials, like his newer shit.
No,
I can't really
yeah.
fuck with.
Yup, seriously
like-
funny is in my top 5.
Yes, that
Yup,
and
when
Laugh
he-
at My Pain.
Yep.
Or like
Yeah,
my
yeah,
top
yeah.
five.
two.
We didn't ask you.
I
She
forgot.
talking to Fatima's
I
Fatima's
would go
speaking
with
right
those
now.
two. Those are the two that I could think of off the top of my head.
Gotcha.
I think
What
are
about
funny.
Cat? You like Cat
I
is-
feel like he recycles a lot of his stuff that I've seen. It's like the same jokes kind of over and over, is my opinion. I don't know if I would pay to go see him.
Just a moment.
If you had
before-
tickets,
Stupid.
That was like the worst Cat Williams impression ever.
if you had tickets,
Nigga,
You do it.
if you had tickets to see Drew Hill right now,
somebody sleeping in my bed.
where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Hey, speaking of somebody
I
sleeping,
do tonight, so we gotta wrap this shit
hey,
up.
speaking of somebody sleeping in your bed, how do you feel about short niggas?
Oh shit!
Oh,
You gotta be like this.
Shoot
hard,
your
right, this
shot,
hard,
nigga.
so I
Shoot
can't-
your shot.
How do you feel about short niggas?
I can't.
You can
Hey,
borrow
listen,
that coat.
I feel like I feel like you sleeping on a short nigga. You want to know why?
You can borrow that
You
coat.
need a short nigga in
Tell
your
him
life.
to-
Why-
tell
why-
him
Hold
to-
on, let me try it before we leave.
Tell her, dog.
Because I can suck your titty and rub your toes at the
That kills. That kills.
same time. Look at who
can't
done.
be
Hey,
that.
nigga, that's some Lamar Odom shit.
You know what I'm saying?
They can say, come to Vegas and have a good time, get away a little
Yeah,
bit.
get away.
Clean
I
your
will.
head.
I'll take that into consideration, sir.
She
But
She
real
might
quick.
suffocate you.
Man, shut the fuck up, nigga. You a hater.
So,
You might get
Somebody-
lost in the bed.
Hey, somebody tell Master P to shut up.
Oh,
Hey,
it ain't my fault. Don't say, oh, say,
Hey,
it ain't my
that's-
fault.
Hey, tell all my listeners that he tell Master P to shut up.
Man, tell that nigga to grow up.
So real quick, let me get into one of our favorite segments, my word of the week.
Yeah.
Yes, word
So
of
let's
the week.
do that, and then we'll do our social medias, and then we'll get the hell out of here.
Let's do
It's
it.
almost 3
Man.
o'clock. So, word of the week today, on the 16th of February, during the middle of Black History Month. Understand the importance of self-love. When we act in ways that expand self-love, we become better at accepting our weaknesses as well as our strengths, and we have a less need to complain about our shortcomings. You can do this by acting on what you need instead of what you want, setting boundaries, forgiving yourself, and live your life intentionally and with purpose. Y'all welcome.
I like that.
I like that.
I love
Shout
that.
out to Fatima with the jewels.
I try to drop the jewels every Sunday, even though K-Dot be hating on me because sometimes
I
they
don't
be
hate.
lengthy.
I just be like,
They be lengthy because
She
I
be
be
like,
having
"Wrap it
stuff
up,
to
B."
say. I be trying to inspire the people.
I mean,
But you know.
inspire.
Hater.
All
Charlie, last name Wilson. What's your social media?
Don't
sir?
dismiss me ever.
Let's get
in
these
life.
drops in. Let's get these drops
Go
in.
ahead.
Hey, follow me at Charlie Wilson TV. That's it. I'll be short and sweet.
I'm done with you.
Moving on.
Go ahead, Fatima Badu.
No, you go ahead, have fun. Go
You know
ahead.
what
I'm
I'm
gonna be
saying?
like.
Can we freestyle
No.
before we leave?
No.
Please.
After we do the
But-
social.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, K-Dot.
No, you can follow me at _ KAYDOTT. You know, I got to get my social media as you have suggested.
Word.
Yeah.
And so I can, be more
Most
forward
More out
thinking.
there.
You know what I'm saying? More forward thinking. I appreciate y'all being on the show.
You're
though.
going to have to make a twerk
Wonderful.
video.
All right,
I mean, you
Ashley.
gotta have ass to twerk, and I'm just kind of lacking back there.
Please
on the
don't
way.
ever do that on your social media.
What's
Okay,
your
you know
social
what I'm
medias,
saying?
Ashley?
Oh,
dear?
my social media is Young Tinder. That's YOUNG
Hey.
10DER.
Young Tinder.
And you, sir?
What's yours? Shortstop.
Done. I'm so done.
Yeah.
Steps 2, 1, 2.
Y'all follow me on everything Benny Pitts, Twitter, Benny Pitts, Instagram, Benny Pitts, Facebook, Benny Pitts. I'm also on Christian Minga as Bow-Legged Deacon. And I'm on When Muslims Meet as Hot Salami Bacon.
Muslims and me. I am so done.
Listen, I appreciate y'all for having me on the show.
Thank y'all for
Hey, yo,
being
thank
here.
you so much. I had a ball. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Whoopi Goldberg.
You welcome.
Thank you, Blue Dress. that's
Look
gonna
out
visit-
now.
I got
Visit
it.
me.
Look
Visit
out
me
now.
in
He's
LA.
still trying to shoot his shot.
Hey!
But you
I
guys,
love too, baby. You can follow
right?
love
It's
too.
the month of love. You guys can follow me on IG at Fatima Ming. You guys can also follow my new brand launching in less than 5 weeks. Ming.Cosmetics.
Yeah.
Black business owners, follow our page at Young Guns of Comedy.
Please follow.
And we'll probably get back to question of the week next week. So if you guys have a question, anything that you want to ask us that you want us to use for question of the week, you can DM Young Guns of Comedy on IG, or you can send me an email at younggunsofcomedyla@gmail.com. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. for Speedy and Friends.
Follow
And
Whisper Washington
yes,
Comedy.
Whisper Washington Comedy while she's in Chicago.
She's starting and
living her
mopping.
best life right now, and she's not at work right now. But we
My
ain't gonna
nigga,
talk
take
about
that
it.
cheetah shit all the way off. You are not 70 years old.
You're not gonna let her live.
What are you doing in that part of Macy's?
You're not gonna let her
Yeah.
The animal print is in the older lady section. What
The
were you
shots.
doing? What were you
shots are
doing
being
there?
fired.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't live a living.
You can also catch Benny Pitts at American Girl, standing next to the tall
You
girl
know
doll.
what? I'm done with y'all. But thank y'all so much
Hey,
for
they
being
are.
here.
They're actually doing a Roots reality show, and she'll be
my
on it.
God.
As a-
Roots reality
Anyway, we appreciate y'all.
Hey,
Oh,
they,
that was-
hey,
that
they're
was
actually
funny.
doing them documentary
You know
of
what I'm
Wu-Tang
saying?
Clan,
You know what I'm
inside the
saying?
Wu-Tang Clan, and she will be playing the RZA and the IZA.
Any nigga whose eyebrows sweating tight, think
That nigga glasses been fogged up the whole
the
time.
whole time. Nigga,
She
pull
actually-
them glasses off your
She
forehead.
actually be playing in the Wu-Tang, who is the
hot boy
Wu-Tang,
for real.
in the documentary series.
This nigga.
She will be playing the RZA, the IZA, and Ghostface Killer.
Speaking of freedom and trails, this nigga hairline
Ah.
will definitely lead you to
Nigga,
the
I
promised
know you
land.
ain't talking. I know you ain't
Oh, my
talking.
nigga.
We gonna let them continue.
Nigga,
My
I know you
nigga.
ain't talking.
You can't put a drop of water in
Thank
your
y'all.
head.
Nigga, what? This shit is
Y'all
on
go
fleek.
to
You
comedy.
tripping.
See you next week.
Young Go to comedy.
Y'all are retarded.
Out of control.
Fine.
It's your boy Speedy,
And Shelly Rio,
and we're here to tell you guys all about
the 2020 Comedy Cruise.
going down July 30th to August 2nd. Leaving out of Long Beach, going to Ensenada, Mexico. We have 2 big comedy shows. A lot of comedians on the show. You're going to love it. And we're also doing a blue pajama jam. That's blue pajama jam, where everybody got to wear blue because it's his birthday. You got to wear it too.
Anyway, or you can come to my game night with Shelly Rio, which is going to be a lot of fun.
And so she says. We're also going to have our girl Alice is doing a workout. So you can get your workout on, have some fun, and enjoy yourself on vacation. Again, it's going down July 30th to August 2nd. Leaving out of Long Beach, going to Ensenada, Mexico.
Yes, so make sure you get your deposits in. You have less than 30 days before they go up. So all you have to do is email rolloutdigital@gmail.com. That's rolloutdigital@gmail.com.
See you on the cruise.
Whoa!
89, 89, 89, 89.
Niggas hating cause I fucking on your main bro. Yeah. And you can't take a shower with your chains on. No. I have a broad day and I face some. Where I grew up, you ain't got it, gotta take some. Yeah. Never say nothing, you a lame dog. Game on like Gary Payton. Where I grew up, you ain't got it, gotta take some. Where I grew up, you ain't got it, gotta take some. I just hit a lick on a Friday. Fuck the new whip in the driveway. Main bitch keep coming at me sideways. Bitch, I'm Usher, this shit gon' go my way. Never say nothing, you a bitch. Caught a nigga slipping, lucky that you had your kid. Look, big homie going crazy in the pen. Told him when you get up and I do that shit again. Look, tryna stay focused, I'm working. I caught him sleeping at churches. Soon as that nigga made his purchase, I hopped out, I robbed him, I'm swerving. Yeah, all of that flexing get hurt. Get your face put on the shirt. Yeah, I've been retarded since birth. Nigga, if you scared, go to church. Niggas hating cause I fucking on your main bro. And you can't take a shower with your chains on. I have a broad day and I face some. Where I grew up, you ain't got it, gotta take some. Never say nothing, you a lame dog. Game on like Gary Payton. Where I grew up, you ain't got it, gotta take some. Where I grew up, you ain't got it, gotta take some.
All your shit fake, why your shit fake? Damn, you so fake. And no, I cannot relate. I'm not robbing for play. I just wanna make a play. Ooh, in the hoodie camo, but my babe though. You cool with dying in your hood with no say so. See, I'm a product of my hood. I just play calm. Big Peter pipe off my hip, tear your face off. Ain't wall with your main bro. This bitch be lying at him. Stay long, get some FaceTime, then I'm sliding. Got some A1 bitches, but this money is my main. So you can't hurt my feelings unless you dig it out my safe. I've been out of niggas' business. I've been out these bitches' face. I've been pocketing these lawyers, keeping paperwork straight. I'ma stay lurking, play working, pace urgent, face smirking. I'm like Black China surgeon. I'ma cut up.
Niggas hating cause I fucking on your main bro. And you can't take a shower with your chains on. I have a broad day and I face some. Where I grew up, you ain't got it, gotta a job, so a nigga had to rob. Never been a lame, got the gang from the block. Sold cocaine, put a flame on the Glock. New pair of shoes, put a nigga in a box. You dealing with a straight nigga? Bitch, I'm out here. Beat a case in your face, I did not snitch. Niggas lame in the tank, you ain't sock shit. Always talking about your ops, you ain't drop shit, bitch. Go to granny for some wisdom. Told me don't trust niggas, period. Most these bitches think like an idiot. So never take these bitches serious, bitch. I was sleeping on a pallet. A week ago, I ain't even had no mattress. If a nigga say he real, then he plastic. Try to help a white bitch like I'm Lazarus. Adios, game sharp like a cactus. Fuck the bitch first night and she Catholic. My bitch got good credit and she ratchet. She hit that dick quick like a rabbit, bitch. This beat slap like a pimp. 89 got it beat like a 10. Benz clean, it don't even need no rims. She a keeper, she ain't even got no kids, bitch.
89.
Oh shit! Pop-Tart, look hard, but you really soft. Even my TT has set it off. String around his tank like a tetherball. Treat him like Pokemon and catch them all. Hop a gate, hit the stairs, out on bail. Call hit me, then I fail. Fuck 12. I ain't got shit for sale, it's just a smell. 40 Glock got a tail and I ain't got no L's. I don't like your kind. Chop a 10 nigga down, that's macho size. Yeah, I